6 a.m. and already the boy ain't right.
All right. Good morning. Good morning, Lynn.
Hello.
How has your week been?
It's been busy.
Has it been lonely?
It has been busy, a little bit lonely without Marco here. He's off on vacation, and so it's really nice to have company in the studio.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Facebook Friday Live. Wonderful to have you here. Let us know. Sherry was right there with the good morning. Good morning, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
It's wonderful to have people tuning in. We live here in the K100 studio. I'm Pat McCarty. Of course, Lynn Casey. Lynn, I feel like I'm gonna need makeup. I'm looking at myself.
I'm not even gonna look at myself.
Would you judge me? Would you judge me a little bit if I put on a little?
This is totally a judgment-free zone here. Are you kidding me? We don't judge anybody here.
First thing in the morning.
Because if I did, then somebody would have the right to reciprocate. And so, yeah.
But good morning, everybody. We are live. We're live in the K100 studio. We're live on Facebook, on the K100 site, also on Facebook.
And on K100 in seconds.
Sherry B. Lynn, do you know Sherry B?
That's not Sherry L, my sister.
Oh, there we go.
Jordan Davis on Toledo's country music station, K100. He says he went to Nashville. Songwriter and becoming an artist, actually just kind of happy coincidence. He really had no intention of putting himself in front of the microphone or up on stage. He was going to just write for others. I'm glad that didn't work out. Best beard in country music right there too. Just another new baby. So successful dad and successful country music artist. Lynn and Marco. Marco is off this week. He'll be back on Monday if he's not having too much fun while he's off on vacation. So hopefully that. But I've got company in the studio today. I'm so happy. Guy in the 419, Pat McCarty here for a Feel Good Facebook Live Friday.
And it always makes my Friday, Lynn. I'm so happy to be in here.
Good. Well, I'm glad to have you here. I'm sorry, things are a little bit, hectic without Marco. I'm on this side of the board, which I never am.
I'm not used to seeing you on that side of the board.
I know.
You've been running the ship the whole week, though. That's pretty remarkable.
Why?
That's amazing.
It's a busy place with two people. When you reduce it down to one, it does get pretty nuts.
Sure.
But it's always a lot of fun. I will tell you that. There's never a day I'm not thankful for having this job and know how lucky I am.
Oh, yeah.
And as you've witnessed, you do see a lot of dancing in here. It's a pretty happy place.
Fun.
You have
fun. Oh my gosh, it's so fun to watch you. You just you're in here, and what's great is when the music is down and we can't hear it because Facebook will knock us out. But you got the headphones in, so I can't hear what the music is, and you're just dancing around. Oh my, it's great.
I forget that you can't hear it. That is what's funny. But yeah, so it is a Feel Good Friday. At that, Feel Good stories galore. We're eager to share them. Hoping to give away some cash today. $1,110 from Genoa Bank with a spin of the birthday wheel.
It's the highest it's ever been.
Yes, it is, and you're going to be responsible for that spin today because you're by the wheel. My hands are off of it, so
yeah, it's all in my hands now. All right.
I love.
Hopefully, we can give that away today. I would love to be able to give that.
That would be pretty
away.
Exciting, wouldn't it? I think it would really have a happy place. So that would be awfully cool. World premiere day today for Chris Stapleton. He's got a new album coming. We'll tell you about that, country music news, and give you the first song today after 10 a.m. It is titled The White Horse. You're going to hear it exclusively here on Toledo's K100. Lainey Wilson's coming up. Florida-Georgia line as well. Let's get a quick look first at your weather. Weather is brought to you by Jim White Toyota. See what the Jim White Toyota Advantage is all about with cars arriving daily. Right car, right price, right now. Great. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous for everything going on this weekend. And there's plenty of stuff. Just a few clouds, very comfortable. We got low humidity up around 82 for the high today. Partly cloudy tonight with a low of 60. Tomorrow, mix of clouds and sun, 83. Sunday, pretty much the same, but there is a slight chance you could see an isolated afternoon shower, which would be okay. By Sunday, we're going to say we could use some rain. 65 now at Toledo's K100. And traffic-wise, we're in great shape. No accidents or slowdowns. If as you head out, you find out otherwise, always appreciate the help. help in sharing information, get a hold of us at 419-240-1000. That line's sponsored by Pearisburg Premier Garage Door. FGL, Laney, all coming up.
So Sherry says that she did the Hooves Bloody Mary bar at the airport lounge.
Oh.
Is that ringing a bell now?
Nice.
Now it's okay. So Sherry, good morning to you. March 4th is her birthday. She's hoping to be able to win that.
Oh.
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah,
Aren't we
no.
all, Sherry?
December 28th, yesterday's day. We hadn't spun December. That month hadn't come up for about 5 weeks.
December 28th?
Yeah. So
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Throughout the rest of the week,
Mhm.
Monday through Thursday,
Mhm.
if I call in and I'm caller 10
Yes.
and it lands on my birthday, do I get the money? Do I have a chance to win?
You're not a Cumulus employee.
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not employed by Cumulus.
No,
I'm an
you're
independent contractor.
It's just
It wouldn't happen.
ethically, it wouldn't look right, but you're eligible.
I'm eligible.
Yeah.
It
but
wouldn't
just-
happen.
it-
I wish.
See, that's what I mean. I don't think you would anyway.
I think it would be. I don't think I would. I'm never lucky enough. I would never be lucky enough
Have
to
you
be
ever won
caller 10.
anything?
That's the hardest part. Is
50-50 raffles, anything like that? Have you ever won it?
never. I've never.
Really?
Nope.
None of that
Nope.
Irish
I've
luck?
never won anything. Luck of the Irish.
Yeah.
Lynn, let me tell you something about the Irish. Let me tell you about the luck that they have.
Well,
Good.
remember my last name's O'Shea.
Good morning, AJ. AJ Arnold is listening this morning. AJ, good morning. Good to have you back here. Kevin Yarbo, he says good morning, and TGIF.
Hi, Kevin.
Kevin, good
First of
morning
our
to
three
you.
checking in.
One of our three. And Christian Motter. Christian, good morning. Guys, I want to know where are you watching from? That's one of the big things is I never realized just how far K100 reaches. That the
50,000 watts. We are
I mean,
powerhouse.
it's huge.
Yeah.
And it stretches all over the place. So I would love to know, throw what city you're in there. I was out in Sandusky on Wednesday, and I never realized how much Sandusky has to offer. Like more than just Cedar Point.
Oh yeah.
Cedar Point and all the stuff that's on the main strip there.
Mhm.
You go to the downtown Sandusky, and it's, oh man,
What'd you
it's
discover?
wonderful.
Anything specific?
They have a merry-go-round museum.
Yes, they do.
Which I didn't make it to in time. It closed before I was able to make it there. So I think I'm gonna have to go back just to film that one segment at the merry-go-round museum. But they've got a bunch of great little bars there, restaurants. I had what was it? I'm blanking on the name. I got to go back and review my videos. But right there on the marina, this awesome. It's an outdoor. There's no indoor seating at all. It's all outdoor seating,
Really?
but it's right on the water. I had some great perch tacos. It was fantastic.
I had really a good perch taco at this place called Wild Wings right before you get past the Bono curve on Route 2.
Mm.
They were really good. Yeah.
Right there. Yes,
Mhm.
it's there's the gas station that's right there.
That has been out of business, I think, for a long
Right,
time. But so,
right.
Yeah, but Wild Wings tucked right back there. So yeah.
And they had good perch tacos. See,
Really
I would,
good.
it's always those little hole in the ground places that,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I don't know. Should I try this out? But that's good. I'm
Yeah.
glad it was a good experience.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Christine Zaborski says August 5th is my birthday. Well, Christine, then you better call in, be caller 10 today when we spin the wheel. What time are we doing that?
8:30.
8:30.
Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah.
Spinning the wheel. Fremont Heinz Ketchup Factory.
Really?
Is the Heinz Ketchup Factory in Fremont?
I didn't know that.
I had no idea. I got it. I haven't been to Fremont yet. Fremont is one of the places.
I have
Kevin Yarbrough, of course, is in White House.
relatives in Fremont. And of course, what else is in Fremont? The Haunted Hydro. Something
Oh
they're
yeah.
famous for there.
Do you like haunted houses?
No.
No. You don't like being scared?
I do not. I don't even like scary movies, really. Mm-mm.
We
My husband will watch them with my daughter because I don't like watching them.
yeah, we showed our kids, our two older kids, The Sixth Sense last week. It was my wife's idea.
Is that the one with the little boy who says, "I see dead"?
Yes. And
All I know is that from the promo that they were showing, never saw it.
yeah, great movie, but I was thinking I I don't know if that's a great idea, but my wife insisted upon it. And at the end of the movie, my son was terrified to go to bed. He was,
How old is he?
he's 9. I think that was a little too young. I
Yeah,
think that's,
it's amazing how. Yeah, I
but
don't
he
know.
watches, he watches Stranger Things on
You know what
Netflix,
my
which
daughter
is,
loved because she loves scary movies.
yeah.
But when she was 9, and I don't even know how popular it is anymore, but they used to have that Goosebumps series.
Oh,
And
sure.
she loved those.
You're
And so
right.
she'd read those books, and then every once
Yes.
in a while have a movie, made from out of those. But you feel like he's too old for that?
Those are pretty well, no, because like he likes that, they came out with a new movie with Jack Black, and he really likes that.
Yeah.
But it's not to the point where so The Sixth Sense is one of those movies where you're watching, and there's a couple jump scares, nothing too, but there's a couple times you go, oh, or like, ooh, that was creepy. It's not like not like Insidious or anything like that. Any of those really, terrifying movies. But it's the psychological part. It's afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's when you get up in the middle of the night to go use the bathroom. That's when you're terrified.
Right.
That's when all of a sudden you're
Yeah.
thinking, who's behind me right now?
Yeah. No, I've had enough real life scary things happen to me that I don't invite being scared. I'm not a kind of person that you want to hide behind the door and jump out at me at, because I get really scared. So my daughters, when they were little, thought that was funny, but
they can hear me over the music on the radio.
Now they can't.
No. There we go. Scott James, thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks very much.
People are listening to the
I've been by myself all week. I forgot I got to put your mic down too, not just mine.
Right. Oh my goodness.
At least there's a simple fix.
Right. Scott, really, thank you for that. Really appreciate that. He's probably like, I'm just trying to listen to my music. I just want to hear some good country music.
That was a whole Lainey Wilson
first thing in the
song,
morning, and all I'm hearing is Pat McCarty talking over the mic. People, well, maybe, you know what? Maybe people that were listening to the radio be like, oh, what's going on? Maybe I should tune into the Facebook Live and see what's happening here. Good morning, Mike McCarty. He's up early to go golfing. Well, you
Morning,
have
Dad.
fun, Dad. Good old Dad. Extra Step. They were playing. Extra Step was playing out at Oleander Park on Friday or on Wednesday.
I saw that.
Pack it. They pack that place.
But I got a beer in my hand. That's the song you need to learn.
All right, Dad. You hear that?
Yeah.
But I got a beer. Is it called But I Got a Beer in My Hand or Beer in My Hand?
Nope. But I got a beer.
But I Got a Beer in My Hand. That's a long
Isn't that great?
title. So yeah, Sherry's not into scary movies either. But let's see. Oh man. What was the question of the day? We were talking about that earlier.
Well, yeah. Question of the day. If you could have back the amount of money that you've spent on one thing so far in your life, what would it be?
Yeah.
A lot of quick responses to that. So a lot of people, I think, have regrets on what direction their money goes.
Okay.
So cigarettes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would say so. That's
Jeanette says smoked for 20 years, quit 2 years ago, have saved a lot of money in just those 2 years.
sure.
Yep. Kevin Bell says lotto, thousands. LOL. Keith says casino.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, the trucks I've owned over the last 8 years, so they must be dumping a lot of money to drive.
Now,
Patricia, that's a good one too. Restaurants, just in the amount of money you spend dining out.
Now, let me ask you a question. If you could have the money back, does that take away the experience that you had with it as well?
That's what I was thinking. Does it?
So because I don't think you get to have both. You don't get to have the experience and the money back.
That's a good point.
Now, I would say definitely for like smoking and playing the lotto. You could if you could redo it over again and not have the experience of doing either one of those two things, I don't think that you'd miss it.
Right.
I don't think that's the kind of, but going out to different restaurants, I would think that, maybe that's those are probably some great experiences. Hopefully those were great experiences. Or the trucks you've owned. I would think that would be, yeah, I would think that would be I'll tell you, what would yours be?
But see, if you take away the experience, then I wouldn't want to do it because
Ah.
I immediately thought about my daughter's high school hobbies.
Right.
The
Right.
amount of money we spent to go on cheerleading competitions and, all of
Sure.
those kind of things. Oh my gosh, so much money.
Lots of money,
Mhm.
but the experience
Right,
made it worth it. So you wouldn't want to get that money,
right.
you know.
So,
I'll tell you mine.
okay, what?
Mine is I would take back the amounts that I have paid banks and credit cards and everything in overdraft fees, in late fees, every single one of that right there is thousands and thousands
Oh
of
yeah,
dollars
there's no doubt.
just in overdraft and late fees. That's so if I could go back, because that's not something I would miss. I wouldn't miss having to pay those. So if we could if I could go back, if I get that money back, that's
All
what I
right,
would.
if I could get my money back that I've spent on cable, there'd be a thing
There you go.
going live. Florida Georgia Line K100, Lynn and Marco. Marco is off this week. It is a real good Facebook Live Friday. Pat McCarty guy in the 419 in studio with me. Yeah, you heard him over a little Laney Wilson. I think we're getting the bugs worked out though. So let's see here. Let's get a quick look at your weather forecast. Beautiful day today and actually a really gorgeous weekend. Partly cloudy, comfortable, low humidity today, high 82. You're going to see low to mid 80s all weekend long. And Sunday's the only day looking like there's a chance that you could see a little bit of isolated shower or thunderstorm roll through. And that's going to be late day. So get a good weekend in. 65 now. Your weather is sponsored by Jim White Toyota. See what the Jim White Toyota Advantage is about with cars arriving daily. Right car, right price, right now. And happy to report that we are clear as far as traffic goes too. No accidents reported, and it doesn't look like any trouble spots even through construction zones right now. So all is good on the roads way. Time for a look at your K100 Sports. Your sports report is being brought to you by Zavatsky's Custom Deli. Michael Lorenzen tosses 7 innings of 3 hit balls as the Detroit Tigers beat the Kansas City Royals 3-0. Visiting Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs over the Mud Hens 9-2 at Fifth Third Field last night. They are in play with Lehigh Valley all throughout the course of the weekend. Opening match of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup for the U.S. team tonight versus Vietnam. It's at 9 o'clock on Fox. American women are considered the team to beat to win it all. Toledo football will have some lofty expectations heading into this season. They've been picked to win the MAC West and repeat as Mid-American Conference champs, according to the latest coaches poll. BG predicted to finish 4th in the MAC East. Lots of things going on this weekend. As we already said, the weather is going to cooperate nicely. Whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's you pick lavender out at Lucky Road Lavender Farm, Toledo Club, they've got their party in the parking lot going on. That's a tonight event. Christmas in July at the Toledo Zoo. That goes on this weekend. Christmas in July. Also at the Imagination Station. And the Ottawa County Fair, of course, on now and runs through Sunday. You want a complete look at everything going on in and around the Glass City? Make sure you check out K100country.com.
So you have me turned down now? You have my mic turned down now.
What?
My mic's turned down now, right?
Yes.
So I'm not over talking on
You're not.
Okay. All right. Well, Sherry, you have a good day too. God is good. Money I've spent on speeding tickets. That's what Christian Mauder says.
Oh,
That can add up. That can definitely add up.
Add up that much.
All right. Well, hey, it is time now. This first hour of the live Facebook Friday Live is sponsored by Regan Insurance. Tom Hudak from Regan Insurance. Not only do they offer property and casualty insurance, but they now offer life and health insurance as well. Kashna Jansen is working over there with them. So I'm happy just to know them. They're not even my insurance company, but they're not my insurance company because when I tried to give them all my business, I tried to send him over, all of my stuff to have him be my insurance agent. And he looked over everything and he said, I can't save you any money. Might as well just stay where you are.
Wow.
So, I mean, that could have been money in his pocket, but
Sure.
he knew that there was nothing that he could do for me. So he just said, don't worry about the hassle of trade,
And they had to make you feel good too, that you're in good shape.
Well,
Sounds like it,
absolutely. Yeah, it's peace of mind. So if you're looking for peace of mind, if you want to know, I would definitely reach out to Tom Hudak from the Regan Insurance Agency. In fact, you can see his information floating right down there at the bottom. So if you're, at the very least, give him a call and just say, hey, I just want to, I heard you're an honest person. You won't try to take advantage of me. I just want to see if I've got the best coverage, because you never know. You know, not all insurance people are as honest as he is. Are you going back on?
Yeah. Not that I want to. Not been a good morning so far. We'll blame it on the margaritas last night.
Oh.
Your sister's birthday only comes around once a year,
Only happens once a year.
Yes.
And you were out, where were you celebrating?
We went to El Vaquero down at the dock. So inside at first, because there were still storms being forecast, but I wasn't going to give away my evening with her.
Sure. Boy, that cleared up though, didn't it?
And it cleared up and we were out on the patio and it was beautiful evening. It was just beautiful.
We were down at the ballpark.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely gorgeous. It was, yeah, like you said, it was, pouring out and it was dark. Driving out there, it was dark and raining, and then just within a matter of 5 minutes, skies cleared up and beautiful evening. Great night for the Mud Hens. Well, great night for the people at the Mud Hens. Not great night for the Mud Hens. They didn't win last night. The other team took a 4-point lead in the top. Oh, are we going on right now?
It's Cole Swindell on Toledo's Country Music Station, K100. Lynn and Marco, minus Marco. He's off on vacation. Guy in the 419, Pat McCarty here with me for a feel-good Facebook Live Friday. So you can hear us on the radio. Also catch us live on Facebook as that happens. In my t-shirt, not looking all that great behind the board, but
you look great.
Yeah.
You can see us live on Facebook right now. You can see how great Lynn looks.
See all the inner workings of things here in the studio. So I always have fun doing it. And we got so many things going on this weekend. Excited about Chris Jansen coming to that Promenade Park stage tonight. Are you going to the show?
I am going to be a little busy tonight, but that sounds like a great time.
It is going to be a blast. We had opportunity. He called into the station this week, and and I already knew this from meeting him at Bash on the Bay. I was a fan before I saw his performance, but I knew I had seen performances on social media, different avenues, but I had never seen him live before Bash on the Bay. And he was just electric on stage, as I knew he was going to be. And he was exhausted afterward. And I knew he wanted to get out of there. But I just had to tell him how much I appreciated, his hard work up on stage. So he's pulling out from backstage. And I sort of waved down the car. And he had a driver. And his wife, Kelly Lynn, is just high energy, sweetheart. And she leans in. She's kind of got her arm in front of her. She goes, hi, how you doing? And she's talking. I said, great. I'm so sorry. I said, I'm Lynn from K100. I just wanted to introduce myself and say thank you, for putting on such a tremendous show. And she goes, and she basically pushes him out of the car. Oh, you want a picture? I go, yeah, that would be awesome. And he's looking at her like, oh my God, I'm sweaty. I'm gross. I just want to go home. It was just that kind of a thing. But he got out of the car. I don't know if it's, and
good for her. She knew though, like, come on, you got to do this.
She goes, no, we love that, so, but coming back into the area. So I think he must have had a pretty good time on stage too.
That's great.
Now, you're such a family guy. You probably appreciate this about him too. He has a son, Jesse, who I think is 9 now.
Okay.
And Jesse gets up on a platform in front of that stage and he does a song with him.
Is that right?
He's, you can tell he's very comfortable about being in front of the crowd and got the same kind of high energy as his dad does. So
I think when kids see that, when they see their parents, they really do. They mimic their parents, right? So he sees his dad doing that on a regular basis. Of course, it's going to give him the confidence to be, and what a confidence builder for him to be able to get up there.
I believe there's a few tickets left for that show. If you haven't got yours yet, check out all the details at k100country.com. The weather's going to be gorgeous for the show. It's going to be a great time. We sure would love to see you out there. And a few things to keep in mind, though. If you're going to bring a chair, you can do that. They ask that you don't bring a bag for your camping chair, and they do have the clear a handbag sort of policy in
Sure,
place this
yeah.
year downtown.
I
So
know you
just
gotta keep things honest out there.
things to know before you go. Again, all the details, K100country.com coming up. Suggested Luke Combs singing.
All right. No, I couldn't say what I was doing tonight on the air.
Oh, you're doing Pizza Palooza.
Now I'm doing Pizza Palooza tonight.
right.
I'll be I've been emceeing Pizza Palooza now for the past 10 or 11 years. Before I was guy in the 419. This was even before that. So
I think that's actually one of the first places I ever met you.
I think so. You were a pizza judge.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had other pizza experiences together, which I was hoping would come back around. The Rochers had their kids create a pizza thing. I thought they were going to do that again before Pizza Palooza, and it didn't happen.
I don't know what happened. That's I'm not on the planning committee.
Yeah.
I show up and do what I'm supposed to do there. I do what I'm told. But yeah, I don't know what happened. That was I think I don't know if they got the participants this year. I don't think that there were as many participants. So I think that kind of unfortunately didn't work out because that was fun.
It was fun.
That was fun.
The kids are so creative and so confident in the kitchen. It was really entertaining.
Yeah, that was a good time. But yeah, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, Pizza Palooza is taking place out at Centennial Terrace, and 5 to 11. Great time. A lot of great bands playing out there. But Lynn, it is it's time for the 6 a.m. brain teaser before the hour is up. We've got to cover this, and now you're on your own, so you don't even have Marco here to.
I have to remind you, I had margaritas last night.
Okay, all right. Well, here we go. We've got two men sitting there, both with liquid in their glasses, and they are drinking, and there's poison in each glass.
Oh.
The one man slowly sips his, the other drinks his really fast. The man that drinks his really fast walks away and is fine. The man who slowly sips his keels over and dies. Both had the same amount of poison. Why did one live and the other died? That's your 6 a.m. brain teaser. And if you're watching right now and you want to comment, feel free to go ahead and comment. Two men both sipping on a glass, both drinking a beverage that contains poison. First man drinks his, just downs it, and he walks away. The other man slowly sips his, keels over and dies from the poison.
You said they both had poison, but was it the same poison?
Same poison and same amount of poison. So if you're watching right now and you know the answer, if you're watching on Facebook on Facebook feed, go ahead and answer.
So they weren't asked pick your poison and they picked a different thing.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. They were both drinking the same amount. So if you've got an answer, go ahead and comment there. Otherwise, you got any ideas, Lynn? Any thoughts at all? This is your Facebook Friday 6 a.m. brain teaser.
I don't know. Every week, I don't know.
We're gonna leave it for a minute. We're gonna let.
I think I'm just not a very creative thinker. I don't know.
It's a when you hear it, it's one of those. Oh, it's not obvious. But in the meantime, while people are thinking about the answer to that, AJ Arnold says his Feel Good Friday moment was the birth of my beautiful first granddaughter, born yesterday at 3:50 a.m. Congratulations,
so
AJ. That's terrific.
Does he say? Does she have a name yet?
AJ, are we allowed to know the name? He didn't say a name, but maybe he will. But that's 3:50 a.m. Whew. That's a long night. Boy, they had to have been exhausted. What do you remember the times that your
my children were born?
Freya Lynn. Is it Freya or Freya? Freya Lynn.
Pretty.
Freya. Freya. It's
I'm
beautiful.
particularly partial to the middle name.
Yeah, I would bet.
I remember leaving for the hospital for my first, and Katie was a planned C-section because she was 10 pounds and they found out she was breech and they're going, okay,
Yeah.
let's schedule you
Let's-
for 4:10 p.m. So
Yeah,
I
right.
knew. So that time, I mean, I remember her being born.
And Katie is
shortly.
your second?
She's my first.
Your first. Okay.
Carly, I remember taking Caitlin to the neighbor and going to the hospital, but she was also a planned C-section. She was a morning, so we were taking Kate over to the neighbor in the morning. But I couldn't tell you exactly. I want to say like in the 9 o'clock hour sometime.
Okay. So, but not 3 a.m.
No.
Not 3 a.m.
No.
Fortunately, mine weren't either. Oh, that's his mother's, his wife's and mother's middle name. They're all middle name.
Oh.
Lynn. How about that? It's no, I think the earliest we woke up for was probably Jack. He was 3 weeks early. And my wife, I wake up at like 5 a.m. My wife's like, oh, I think my water just broke. I was like, no, it didn't.
Yes,
Go back to bed. Go back to bed. That's not what that is. It was.
I'm sure we're allowed to sleep a few more hours.
Right? Yeah. You got time. You have like 6 hours before you need to get there for the water breaks. It was Jack was born the week of Easter. And the doctor was Dr. Judas. So that was kind of interesting. But the doctor didn't even though we got a bill for the doctor, the doctor didn't even deliver the baby.
No.
So it was, she got her, her medicine and everything like that. So she was feeling good, her epidural. And it was probably, by this point, it was maybe around 7 a.m. So I thought, okay, I said, I'm going to walk down to the thing, grab some coffee. And I'm about to leave the room and the nurse comes in and she says, she goes, how you feeling? And I thought, well, I'll stick around for a quick minute. Bethany says, well, there's a little pain, I have a little pain, but it's probably, baby's probably in the birth canal. Let me just take a look. And thank God I stayed, because the nurse lifts the blanket and she goes, oh, there's a head.
Oh my goodness.
She goes, Beth Ann, push. And Beth Ann gives one little push and there comes Jack.
Oh my God.
The easiest. And like,
oh my goodness.
I was stunned. I went out to the hallway and I said, can we have a doctor? There's a baby in here. Can we have a doctor? Like, so this nurse, it was the first baby that she'd ever delivered. And it was just, he was 3 weeks early, so he was still a little small, but out he came.
That's a great story. I'm sure that nurse tells it.
So I bet, right? Oh, AJ was 22 hours at the hospital. Boy. Well, maybe not you, but they were. All right, are we going back on?
Yep, we are. We're going to do a little country music news. We're going to do it in 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. Your Facebook Friday 6 a.m. brain teaser. We're going to get a sponsor for that. We're going to get each individual segment that we have here. We're not only going to have a big opener, this big flashy opener at the beginning, but we're also going to have a sponsored by. So if you know of somebody that wants to be the sponsor of the Facebook Friday 6 a.m. brain teaser, let me know. We'll make it happen for you. Christian Mauder wins. He got it right. Lynn's not even paying it. She's off doing her own thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The two men drinking poison. The one drinks his real quick. The other slowly sips his. The poison was in the ice.
Oh.
Poison was in the ice. So he drank it down real quick. Didn't bother him, but the man just
That is really interesting.
So great job, Christian. Great job getting that. Yes, poison was in the ice. That is your 6 a.m. brain teaser. Don't be teased in your brain by not being covered. Make sure you call Regan Insurance. They are our 6 a.m. sponsor. Again, looking just to make sure that you have the right amount. I promise you, I make a personal guarantee to you that if you contact Regan Insurance, you just say, hey, I'd like you to look over everything I have, how much I'm paying, am I overpaying? I promise you, personal guarantee that if you're fine, he can't save you any money, and he might not even take it. He might just say, why don't you ask your insurance agent about this? So he's always looking to help people. That's Tom Hudak, great human being, wonderful human being. So contact him if you're looking for either new quotes or if you just want to make sure that you got all the coverage you need. You're paying the right price for it. So make sure you reach out to them. 6 a.m. is the sun is up. Lynn, we are. I would never want the job that Lynn and Marco have, because to have that amount of responsibility first thing in the morning with
Okay.
it's so much.
Mic's open in 15 seconds.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can hear it. My new headphones. I love that song.
It's Luke Combs on Toledo's country music station K100. Lynn and Marco, he is enjoying vacation this week. He'll be back in studios come Monday morning. It is 6:50. Time for your country music news update. Let's start with Carly Pierce and her CMA Fest appearance from the other night. She actually posted a pretty funny video after she flew Southwest and nobody recognized her. She was watching her CMA Fest on her laptop while it aired, showed the flight attendants. None of them knew who she was. She joked to everybody at Southwest is working hard to keep her humble. So the Jason Aldean controversy, it's gathered a lot of steam, folks taking sides and feathers getting ruffled all in the process. Jason Isbell took a shot at him on Twitter, and Jake Owen took a shot at Isbell, and it's been game on. Apparently, Isbell challenged Aldean to write his own song next time, saying, "Dare Aldean to write his next single himself." That's what we try in my small town. Jake Owen very quick to take a shot back at Isbell and said, "Jason, you're always the first to get behind your keyboard and spout off with this kind of stupid stuff." I am paraphrasing. In my small town, he said, "You walk up to the guy and be a man to his face if you want the smoke, not tweet at him, tough guy." So, wow, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. Jason Aldean's try that in a small town does seem to be benefiting from all the controversy surrounding it, even though Jason Aldean himself has stepped up and said he didn't pick the location for the video shoot that's creating all the controversy. But the song's gotten over more than 3.8 million Spotify streams, has reached #1 on iTunes top song chart. And top trending video also on YouTube when we checked last night. So a lot of non-music related news in the country genre lately. It's nice to get an update when it's definitely about the music, and Chris Stapleton doing that announced that he's got a brand new album coming out. It's fifth, titled Higher, 14-song project. It'll drop on November 10th, just in time for the holidays, and K100 will give you the first track from that new album, All Day Today. It's a world premiere, and you're going to hear that song on the hour right here on Toledo's country music station, K100. It is titled White Horse. And Thomas Red, good for him, launching his own collection with Tecovas, all about the boots. It includes 3 pair of men's boots, 3 pairs of women's boots, a shirt, and a couple of hats. So, yeah, good for him. In addition to his tequila business, now he's got boots going for him. That's your country music news update. You want anything more on these artists or stories, make sure you check out our Facebook page as well as the website, K100country.com. On the way, we'll get Tim McGraw before we get to news.
You know, I can hear the music through here, but I can't hear your mic. I'm not sure why. It's not. I mean, I'm sitting in the same room as you, so it's not terribly necessary that I have it. But I'm just wondering why that is.
I don't know. We're having all kinds of
It's, you know what? It's not. It's not a big deal. So I don't even want you to worry about it.
No, it is because
no, I don't need to hear. I don't need to hear what's
everybody else.
Yeah.
Does. So
as long as everybody else. Good morning, Jill. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Jill, where are you watching from? And I want to know that. I want to know where you're all watching from. Where's we got people as far out as White House, Ohio. We've got oh, here we go. Reynolds Corner, Toledo. Well, that's right around the corner. Where do we have? Somewhere up in Michigan. Let's see. So Fremont, Ohio. What else do we got? Temperance. AJ's up in Temperance, Michigan. We had another one up in Michigan as well that I saw earlier. Boy, that Jace. Yeah. Okay. So that was the Jason Aldean is kicking up a lot of controversy. I'll tell you what, Lynn, I'll tell you what I'm really happy about.
What's that?
Is that he hasn't apologized. He hasn't apologized for it, for the song. People are saying that the song is wrong. The song is, and there's nothing wrong about it.
No, Do you like it?
I love it.
I do too.
I absolutely love it.
I
I think
do
it's a
too.
great song. And it's because it's it's talking about being respectful.
Right.
It's
Yes.
you treat people with respect. Doesn't matter who
Well,
they are. You treat them with respect, and
it's
if you
like
don't,
everything else. It's like if people, you can find offense in anything if you
sure,
pick at it, if you decipher it a particular way, and you choose to find those kind of messages.
exactly right.
One of those people who is that person, and I don't want to take away from her talent, is Sheryl Crow.
Is that right?
Yes, and she called the song lame. She spoke out about it, kind of first and foremost on what are you thinking? Uh, but I'm thinking, how Sheryl Crow, how can you call someone else's music lame?
Right.
Let's go back and look at the lyrics and titles of much of your work. It's
Right.
like, really? You're going
You're
there?
right.
It's like,
Right.
oh my God.
No, I don't think that there was. You read. I've heard somebody say, "Well, it's racist." No, it's not. There's nothing about race in it. There was nothing. It's. I think they only say that because it's showing. Because of the music video. I think it was because it's been around since what, May that he released the song.
And I felt like the song stands up to that. Like,
Yeah.
try that in my town and it's not going to work. We don't stand for division. We don't stand
Right.
for inequality. We don't stand for mistreatment.
Right.
But
it doesn't matter who it is.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter to who it's to. You
Yes.
don't do that.
But
Because when your neighbors,
yeah.
you're absolutely right. Doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter your religion, doesn't matter anything.
No.
If you're my neighbor, and I've got your back.
Yeah.
That's what they do in small towns, right?
Mhm. And in small towns, you also do things like put your grocery cart back because
Right.
the person coming, so you stop at the stoplight. It's not a matter of, oh, that's a suggestion. You do it because somebody or their kid who just got their driver's license might be coming around the corner and you care about them. So
Right,
you're not gonna
exactly.
take those chances.
Exactly.
There's something about it. That's what it's about.
Now I thought maybe when I first heard try that in a small town, my first thought was marry somebody that's further in relation than your third cousin. Try that in a small town.
Oh,
I have friends, and this is true though. Because I have a friend, and they're down in Putnam County,
right.
and their family, they have their family photo albums.
Yeah.
And it goes like this. So you've got these two up here,
Yeah.
and it makes this triangle. It kind of goes down like this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like their great grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
That's a picture of them.
Yeah.
And then it goes down like this, and then it comes back to
Mhm.
their wedding photo because they're like probably third cousin once removed or whatever it was. But like, yeah, when you grow up in a small town,
Yeah.
and if you stay there,
It's
there chances are there's gonna be that was
some
my
sort of connection.
Yeah.
But you like say, you're going to talk fifth cousin twice removed,
Right.
But still, you're going to be able to kind of go back perhaps and connect people.
word.
I'm related to the Herzls, of course, so the Lake Township area. And it was
Oh.
a very big family, and my grandpa was grower for my uncle Carl, who was ran the factory, and but you talk about a lot of kids and it's several generations. And I remember when my cousin got married and his new wife said, she goes, when we have children, she goes, as we're going to probably move out west because I don't want them winding up marrying somebody that they shouldn't.
Right.
So it's just like, well, okay.
What's the song? What's the song that goes the girls, she's trying to date these different boys, and this is
If
again
it's by
this
Trick
is
Pony, I don't know it.
it's probably, I forget who it's by, and if anybody's watching right now, you can. My great grandparents were cousins. My family tree is a shrub. That's from Kevin Webb.
That's funny.
That's
That is funny. My
um,
Aunt Marie used to try to tell me all the time how we were doubly related and 19 brothers and sisters, and this one married the sister of this one after it died, and it's like it's intricate.
right. The song is about that this girl keeps coming home to her. She keeps coming and saying to her mom that she met a boy. Oh no, she keeps coming home to her dad, and her dad's saying, you can't date that boy. You can't date that boy because, well, I'm actually the father of that,
Oh my God.
and like it happens like 3 times, and then the girl goes crying to her mom because, she can't marry these boys, and her mom says, go ahead and be with any one of those boys you want because that's not actually your dad. Like, so it's
funny.
true to country form. I
That's funny.
absolutely love it. Kevin Yarbrough says, Lynn said she is blessed to be doing this job, and Toledo was blessed to have her on K100.
Oh my gosh.
Very sweet,
You
Kevin.
made my day. Thank
Very
you.
sweet. And AJ says he loves that song. Yeah, Jason Aldean, man. Mr. Soft Hands himself. I hope
That's right.
I hope he still has those soft hands.
I can't wait to shake his hand October 21st when he's in town.
Yes. Oh, he's going to be back here, isn't he?
He is.
Oh, playing at the Huntington Center.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I got to get there. I
Yeah.
got to get there. I got to meet him again. And I guess because
Tickets
I got to
are
see if his
expensive.
Are they?
Yeah, it's pricey, but man, right out of the gate, selling so many of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now he's probably, especially now that he's
27 number one songs
controversial
later,
figure,
and now this,
But yeah, how about that? I mean, I think that's one of the best things that you can have is a song that goes where you've got people across the board that are, my dad's not a huge country fan, but he knows the song because, he had to look up the lyrics because apparently it was so bad. But yeah, look up the lyrics. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with the song.
No, there's
nothing wrong with it. We do. You know what? We are in the 7:00 hour now.
Yeah, 40 seconds away from going live.
Okay, so but we are going to we're going to switch over sponsors here. We have for our 7:00 sponsor that is sponsored by Toledo Custom Countertops. Great company. I've had the opportunity to watch them in action to see, the work they do, and they really just do a terrific job. So if you're looking for a great company to come in, lay down some new countertops, you want a quote from them, give them a call, check out their website. And we've got, we'll find a video for them. I'll find one here. Let's find the band.
Tim McGraw on Toledo's country music station K100. Yeah, those next 30 years going to be good to ourselves, aren't we? Lynn and Marco. Marco is off. It is a feel-good Facebook Live Friday. Pat McCarty guy in the 419 in studio with us. And we had a really nice message from AJ about something he was feeling good about today. First granddaughter born.
Born at 3:50 a.m. yesterday. Freya Lynn. So that's just exciting. That's
congratulations.
Waking up this morning knowing that you have a new granddaughter.
It really is. We're going to share plenty of feel good stories here in this hour at 7:04, and time for the latest look at news this morning. Everything is. This is a new board too. I've only actually worked on this board a couple of times. So there's a lot of extra levers and buttons.
Right. Still get it. It's easier when somebody else does it. Right. Does it make you appreciate Marco even more though? No.
I appreciate Marco every day. He's a great partner.
You appreciate him. You just don't want to appreciate him anymore.
Right.
Than you already did. Oh, that's fantastic. Good answer. We've got a lot of great bands that are playing this weekend. I'm going to talk about those here in just a few minutes, so don't go anywhere. You want to know where the bands are playing this weekend? I'm going to tell you, but I think we're going to be going
K100 weather from the Jim White Toyota Weather Center. See what the Jim White Toyota Advantage is all about with cars arriving daily. Right car, right price. Right now, here's 13 ABC's Ross Ellett. It's 65 degrees now at Toledo's K100, and traffic continues to be in great shape. A nice clean commute this morning without accidents or slowdowns. If as you head out, you see trouble, please get a hold of us on that Perrysburg Premier Garage Door phone and text line. The number is 419-240-1000. It's a service of your information station, Toledo's K100.
So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we got Pizza Palooza coming up this tonight and tomorrow night.
Pizza places participate?
What's that?
How many pizza places participate?
If I'm not mistaken, there are 8 different pizza places that are participating in this.
You're not judging.
I'm not allowed to be a judge.
All right.
I'm not allowed to be a judge. I'm one of the I'm the MC for the event. And I am familiar. I'm too familiar with all of the pizza places. But we have, I mean, just a great selection. I want to say there's 8. Here, I'll tell you right now, everybody that's participating in it. We got Jets Pizza, which is a great, if you like that thick crust, that thick square crust.
Detroit style?
Yes.
I love Detroit style.
It's delicious. We've got that. Dan Dino's honestly, they are one of my favorites. They make a great garbage pizza. So Dan Dino's is great. Jacob's also very good. Jacob's has the one that has that gigantic. And I tried doing the pizza challenge, and I didn't even make it halfway through.
Wow.
I felt like such a failure. Like you were supposed to eat the whole thing.
Bigger than Mama Mary's? They get one like that.
Yeah. Mama Mary's has that big, like Brooklyn style,
Yeah.
No, this was even bigger than that.
Wow.
It's like 2 people can take on the challenge. And I tried it, and I didn't even make it halfway. I hung my head in shame. I left there I called my parents, and I just said, I feel like such a failure because I didn't get this. My mom said, you're disappointed that you didn't. She said I would be disappointed if you did finish it. Romeo's Pizza. They're located in Sylvania. This guy, Calvin, that he started working for them when he was 15, and by 19 bought a franchise. I think he's 21 now, and he owns like 2 pizzas. I mean, he's like, it's incredible. He's absolutely, you look at him and he still looks like he's 12 years old. And, but he's running this pizza place, and he's great. Very, very, very great guy. Vikings Pizza. They're all the way out in Lyons, Ohio. Vikings Pizzeria. Bambino's, of course, they're back year after year. They are also one of my favorites. Great pizza. Mama Mary's. We talked about that. They have the big Brooklyn style pizza. Boardwalk is also huge. Halftime Pizza. People love halftime pizza. I like halftime pizza, but
downtown?
No, that's Home Slice.
Oh yeah.
Halftime is located over on Bancroft, kind of near Bancroft and King. They put, if you like cheese, you're gonna love their pizza. Cheese. They put probably a pound of cheese on their. It's loaded up, but it's really good. It's really good.
Is that the one that they compare to Miles all the time?
Yes. Yep.
Oh my
it's
God.
the same recipe.
I love Miles.
They bought the recipe from Miles.
I've got to get out there sometime and try that.
You should come out to Pizza Palooza tonight or tomorrow night.
You can. The Chris Jansen show.
Oh, and then the new one, Bombay Kitchen, which is an Indian cuisine.
Nice folks. The owners are so nice.
Oh, Rita's a sweetheart, isn't she?
Not too long ago.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
She's a sweetheart. But they are, it's a great pizza, and I feel like that's going to be the popular one because a lot of people are going to want to try it.
Mm-hmm.
But she's only doing 4 slices per box, which is half of what everybody else does. Right? Everybody else does 8 pizzas. I told her, I said, you're going to have to put out, double the amount that everybody else is putting out. So I'm hoping they don't get overwhelmed, but I've seen it. Every time a new pizza place comes on to Pizza Palooza, they think they have enough. They're like, oh yeah, we got this covered. No problem at all. And they end up like, oh my gosh, like they run out in the first, because you're talking 6,000 to 8,000 people out there at any given time. So it's a huge event. So hopefully they don't get too overwhelmed, and hopefully everybody has fun. That's the pizza places. But besides them, there's also Old Time Kettle Corn's going to be out there. Mayberry Ice Cream is going to be providing ice cream. And of course, my favorite lemonade, Susie Lynn's Lemonade, is going to be out there with their truck as well. So lots of great times, great music going to be out at Pizza Palooza this weekend. Daisy Chain is going to be playing tonight.
Oh, nice.
They're the first ones up, and then followed by Pop's Garage. Tomorrow, My 80s Vice. Have you heard them before?
No.
If you're a fan of 80s music, you want to come see them. And then, of course, one of my favorites, Distant Cousins. They're setting up tomorrow night as well.
Yeah.
Great. But so just all great music, a lot of great. It's going to be a great time. So lots of live music though coming up this weekend. You can see the father and son show Bobby May. They're going to be this Sunday. They're going to be at Sodbuster Bar.
Wow.
So,
Been around Toledo making music a long time.
oh yeah.
Georgia May doesn't perform anymore.
That's
Georgia Peach.
a-
Where's Georgia May?
I don't know. That's a great question. Yes, I think so. Well, she's the one that posted it.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, so out there at Sodbuster Bar this Sunday, we've got Stranger Than Fiction. That's going to be this Saturday, starting at 4:30 at Hensville. If you want to see all the bands that are, go to my Facebook page and check out. I posted it on Wednesday, and just it filled up with 100 and something people leaving comments of whether we have so many bands in this area.
This is an amazing community as far as musicians go.
Yeah.
And they're tight. And the best place they ever showcase themselves, and you can see the camaraderie between them and the respect between them, is when they do acoustics for autism.
Yes.
Mommy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nicole Corey is one of the people that put that on. Of course, she's with
Nicole.
Arctic
She's
Clam.
a sweetheart.
Her and Dave Carpenter. Dave Carpenter, he was a teacher at Central when I was a student there.
Yeah.
And he looks the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
He looks as young as he did then. It's incredible. I don't know how he did it. But lots of great bands that are going to be playing. Strawberry Kush playing Saturday at Wheelin' on the Rocks from 9 to 1. That's too late for me. I don't think I could stay up that late.
Thinking of which, I saw they're talking about the trend now for people to not go out as late. Have you seen that?
No.
There's a real trend for this. They say if you want dinner reservations, it used to be where people would be out and it was very difficult to get a dinner reservation like around 6 or 7 o'clock.
Right.
But now it's harder to get dinner reservations for 4 and 5 o'clock. It's like the early birders are not just old people anymore.
I would love to be an early birder.
But
there are parts of me there, but I'm married to a young woman she's fiery and she's young and she wants to part. Now she doesn't actually go out that late, but I've got to try to keep up with her, and I'm exhausted by the end of the day. The Antones are playing this Saturday at the Beer Barrel Saloon, out on Put-in Bay. So if you're going out to the islands, do you like Put-in Bay?
I love Put-in Bay.
All right. Speaking of, whoops, that's my time to wake up then. 7:15 right there. Dave Carpenter. He's Dave, as I was mentioning, Dave Carpenter before. He's playing a lot of different places. Friday's playing out at Poco Loco. Saturday, catch him out at Manhattan's Pub and Cheer, and Sunday, the Great Black Swamp Brewing Company. So he's got a full weekend ahead. If you want to go hear Dave Carpenter, that's where you want to go. And man, just so many. I'm scrolling through here, looking at all these different. I don't believe anybody when they say there's nothing to do in Toledo. There's nothing to do.
People still
nothing
say
going
that?
on. Oh, sure.
What?
Oh, yeah. There's nothing going on.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, there is.
You couldn't possibly do everything that there is to do in a given day, let alone a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It is.
Carpenter taught science at CCHS, right? Yes. Science, I don't know about science. I know he taught health. He was my freshman health teacher. So I don't know if he taught science too. I don't, because I know he was a coach. He was one of the coaches there. Good morning, Lori. Lori only says good morning. Great to have you listening. But yeah, Dave Carpenter was a health teacher, and that's all I know that he taught. I don't know about science. Doonesville Music Festival.
That's going on this weekend too?
Apparently. I don't know where's Doonesville?
I don't know.
Well, apparently that's happening. Benfield Wines out in Swanton. They're having some live music out there. Martin Coop playing at Dale's in Maumee. Oh, that's next Saturday. Come on, Martin.
And the guy we're playing live on K100 right now, Chris Jansen, live in Promenade Park tonight. Boats are going to be lined up, man. It's going to be a beautiful night. couple of feel-good stories we'll bring to the mic here in a minute.
If you got a feel good story, it's Friday, Facebook Friday Live, Feel Good Friday. If you've got a feel good story, we've already had one shared by AJ Arnold that his granddaughter was brought into the world at 3:50 yesterday morning. So great way to start off the end of the week. But if you've got a good story, leave it in the comment section right here. We'll read it off. I want to hear your what are you feeling good about today? Why are you? It's the weekend. I mean, what's not to feel good about, right? It's the weekend. Pizza Palooza is happening. There's great music, lots of great things we're talking about. And of course, you have a company like Toledo Custom Countertops that's sponsoring this 7:00 hour. And so when you've got countertops that you need to have replaced, you want to make your kitchen, bathrooms stunning looking, you got to contact Toledo Custom Countertops because they are the best. They are incredible. Great company. I know the owner, Joe Blythe. What a guy. What a stand-up guy. The company, the employees actually like him, which you don't always see that with companies, actually liking the boss. So that's a wonderful thing. Lynn has on her boot scooting boogie boots. Christian, you have no idea. This woman dances in here all the time. The music hits her and she just dances like nobody's watching.
In the studio and the kitchen, my two favorite places to dance.
So it's very entertaining. I love your enthusiasm.
And if you're in the car with me, you're gonna hear me sing.
Yeah. Is that the only place? Do you sing in the studio at all?
Yeah. Look at that mug.
Oh, that looks. Who is that?
That's my granddaughter getting up from her nap. She wasn't really ready to.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, hold that up again there. Let's. Oh my gosh, that's the. Why did you wake me up? Look at that hair. That is terrific. That is so. That is great.
That wasn't the one I was intending to show, but that one definitely caught my eye. All right, so we've got a minute.
Whoa. I don't know how you guys do all these mornings every single morning.
Do you have coffee?
I had some coffee.
We'll have to get you some more going.
Yeah. It's cold now.
It's kind of like warm beer.
Ruckus is playing at Pat and Dandy's this Saturday. You got to go check them out. The Jump Van Halen experience at the Moose Lodge in Defiance this weekend. So just everywhere. There's great music everywhere playing all over town. I'm just, because go to my Facebook page. If you haven't seen go down, it was from Wednesday's post. You're going to see tons. I mean, just tons of people leaving comments of where they're playing. And I'm going to put that up. 111 comments.
Going live at 15.
I'm going to put that up each and every Wednesday. So you have the opportunity to post where you're going to be playing. And then we'll talk about it on today's show. So
Morgan Wallen, K100, Toledo's country music station for more than 40 years. Lynn and Marco, minus Marco. He's off vacationing, having a grand time. I hope he'll be back in on Monday. Pat McCarty in studio with me, Guy the 419, here for Feel Good Facebook Live Friday. So good to see you.
Good to see you too. And if not watching, if you want to see us in the studio, go to the K100 Facebook page or the Guy in the 419 Facebook page. And check it out.
Yeah, just
we're live right here in the studio.
My dance moves, not allowed. But as a Feel Good Friday, we do have some stories that we wanted to share. I absolutely love this. The two recent Navy recruits, they saved their neighbor's life. There was a fire that tore through this guy's home. They're talking about it, not a local story. This happened in Helena, Montana. But one of these kids, and I'm going to call him kids, is 20, visiting his mom on leave. The other about to turn 18 and head off to basic training next week. Well, they were both up 4 a.m. because they were having a competition to see who could stay up the latest. Because they were up at that hour, they started smelling smoke and they saw the flames. And so they were trying, to get this guy's attention, knocked down his door because he wasn't coming to the door, pulled him out before firefighters had gotten there. They don't know their names. They didn't want any attention brought to them. So they didn't even give their names to the press who were trying to cover the story. But fire chief called the actions nothing short of heroic. So Good for them. I
How
think
about
that's
that?
amazing. Yes. 97-year-old woman. I love this story as well. She's in Massachusetts. Her name is Marie Erickson, and she does want credit. She doesn't drive anymore on the roads, but she misses it. So for her birthday, she scrimped, she saved, she bought herself the one thing that she has always wanted, a John Deere riding mower. Mhm.
97 years
Yep.
old.
She says, no matter what your age, you're never too old to take out your toys. So she's got a brand new toy at 97 and kind of hovering
Good
around her
for you,
yard in the
Grandma. That
John
is
Deere.
wonderful.
I thought that was great. Hope you are feeling good today, and you sure can feel good about the weather. It is gorgeous, and it's going to stay that way really right through Sunday. Partly cloudy and comfortable today with low humidity up around 82 for the high. Few clouds tonight and a low of 60. You can wear long sleeves tonight at the Chris Jansen show, I guess, and be comfortable. Nice tomorrow, mix of clouds and sun, high 83. On Sunday, we're going to be low to mid 80s again. Partly cloudy, just a slight chance you could see an isolated afternoon shower, but 65 now. Our weather is sponsored by Jim White Toyota. See what the Jim White Toyota Advantage is all about with cars arriving daily. Right car, right price, right now. We remain accident and incident free. No trouble on the roads. Call us or text us if you spot something at 419-240-1000. Dirks and Luke coming up. Hang in.
97 years old. She should be driving. I don't know. You should be driving at 90. Oh, of course, I don't know.
Neighbor is 87, and she had an accident a year ago, but if she hadn't, she would still be out on her mower. And then on a good day, she goes, well, and I'd come home and our grass is cut. Well, I just thought I'd help Chuck out a little bit, and she'd keep mowing.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
My great aunt was 99 and she was still driving. So
I had an Aunt Emmy who used to have a little VW Bug, and I don't know how old she was. She was up there, though, because my mother would be in awe that she was still driving.
Right.
And she'd pull
kind of
up in
scary,
her
right?
VW Bug and, drop off something sweet and thoughtful and drive off.
We were at the Otterbein Sunset House.
Yeah,
over
they
in
had a big shindig.
Toledo. Yeah, the little country Old State Line was playing out there.
Yeah.
It was a great time, but it's a cool. They do a lot of events out there because they want people to come out and see the campus and not say not kind of be afraid of that place. But I was telling my daughter about it. She was kind of asking what the building was, and I was explaining to her. I said, "Well, when you get older,"
did she say that's where you're going to live when you're old? Dad?
I should be so lucky.
Okay.
I should be so lucky to be a resident there. But I said, yeah, I said, they have the full term care, but they also have where my great aunt is, which is assisted living. I said, it's, she has her own apartment. So she's got her own TV in her own bedroom and, all this stuff. And it's like a small apartment, but she doesn't ever have to cook for herself. She can just go down to the dining area and they cook for her. And my daughter said, that sounds like a lot of fun. I want to live there. Like, as I'm saying, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, I kind of want to live there too. I don't have to mow the lawn or anything like that. It sounds great. All right, 7:25. What did I have? What did I have planned for this hour here? I got something for you here, Lynn.
Not another brain teaser, because I'm
not
terrible
another
at
brain
those.
teaser. Oh, I've got to get that video up. So what's the question of the day? So the question of the day, if you could have money back, I saw a question I was going to ask. The question that I was going to ask today was, is it okay to fake it till you make it, or should you be genuine first?
In what context are you talking? What do you mean?
Well, that's all it asked. I was looking up questions, and that's all that it said. That's all that it gave me was, and my thought was, I'm still faking it. That's what I did. I faked it till I made it.
Faked what? I don't understand the question.
Oh, you got to bring your camera down a little bit. We're seeing more. Yeah, there you go. When I started doing Guy in the 419, I pretended that I was talking to thousands and thousands of people whenever I would hold up the camera and say, hey, it's Pat McCarty, Guy in the 419. I'm da-da-da-da. I was totally faking it. I have no right to be doing what I'm doing. I completely made this up. And where am I now? I'm now in the studio of the number one radio station in Toledo. to be a host. You know, I stand up on the stage at Pizza Palooza, and I'm saying, who am I? I'm not. You know, I wouldn't say I've made it. I'm still working.
You
I'm
created
working
a
there,
persona
but
and a brand, and
I faked it the
Okay.
whole time. It's yeah. I think you got to fake it till you make it. I'm a big believer in that. Right?
what was the option?
Or to be genuine. That's
Well, so why can't you be both? It sounds like you're both to me because I've met you and you're genuine when you're talking to people and
That-
about things.
yes. No, I am genuine. Is it okay? That's what it says. Is it okay to fake it until you make it? Or is it more important to be genuine? Maybe it's a terrible question. Maybe it's Charlie Clark is watching. Charlie, it's time for bed. It's late where you are in Australia. Taj Farron's #1 fan. And she's telling us that Taj is #1 in the 100 Blues in Australia. That is wonderful. And she left the link there. So if anybody wants to watch Taj Farron on there, his new that's great.
Okay, and if you want to turn on the radio, we're playing my favorite driving song.
This is your favorite drive? What song is it?
It's Dirk Bentley.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll be right back.
When is Dirk Bentley coming back here?
He was just at Pine Knob.
Was he? I love Dirk Bentley. All right. So this is I don't know how Lynn did this all morning. All week. She's been in the studio all week by herself. And just that's I would feel so isolated and alone, but I think Lynn just kind of takes a party with her wherever she goes. And so I don't think it's a bad thing. But welcome everybody to the Facebook Friday Live. Great to have you here. It's a Feel Good Friday. So if you got some feel good stories, feel free to leave it in the comments section below. What good things have been happening to you this week? AJ already told us the story. He has a brand new granddaughter as of 3:50 a.m. Was that this morning or was it yesterday? Scroll up and see here. Let's see. AJ Arnold, where did you leave that comment? Yesterday morning. You said not yesterday. So Thursday morning. 3:50 a.m. Freya Lynn coming into the world. So that's a wonderful feel good Friday story there for you. I love hearing that. So even it's just one. I don't know. I think it's just having four myself. I think kids are wonderful, even though they're not always pretty looking. It's the one thing that people always say, all babies are cute. That is a straight up lie. And I can attest to it because I had one that was
seriously
quite ugly.
I just
in fact,
you my grandbaby, not on a best day.
Well, that's different. It's one thing when they first wake up and they're like, they're not sure what year it is. But it's, another thing. In fact, if my wife, I'm going to, congrats on being on the radio. Love K100. Currently tuned in. Renee, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Renee. Renee Melroy.
I gotta try not to butcher sports here in 30 seconds.
Okay.
25. Here's why I appreciate Marco.
Because he does the sports. Let's see here. Ugly baby picture coming soon. I'm gotta text my wife.
Dirk Bentley. That's a Dirk Bentley on Toledo's Country Music Station. K100 was talking on our Facebook Live Friday feel good thing. That's a lot of apps, and I got them all in the wrong order. About that being my favorite driving song. Absolutely love that song. Loves Dirk Bentley. Did a recent Pine Knob show. Hasn't been actually Toledo proper for a while. So hopefully that'll change once we get into the touring season. in the fall of the indoor touring season. But he's a busy guy. Just hosted CMA Fest event, and boy, oh boy, what a great special ABC put together the other night. Really enjoyed that. It's on Hulu now. It's available on Hulu. If you haven't checked it out yet, do. You're going to be so impressed with the performance. Is absolutely incredibly cool. K100 weather sponsored by Jim White Toyota. See what the Jim White Toyota Advantage is all about. Cars are arriving daily right. Car right price right now. Gorgeous weekend in store. 82 today's high. That under really sunny and comfortable conditions. Clouds tonight, just a few of them. Low of 60. Not going to lead anything tomorrow. More sunshine than not. 83 the high. And on Sunday, partly cloudy with a chance of an isolated afternoon shower, up around 84 for that high. So gonna be stellar. It's 80, or no, it's not yet. It's 65 now at K100. Still accident and incident free on the roads. So traffic continues to be in fine shape. If as you head out, you spot problems, please get a hold of us on at Perrysburg Premier Garage Door phone and text line, and let us know about it. Also reach out and tell us any kind of feel good stories that you'd like to share with us today. We'd love to hear from you on that. It is time now for your look at sports. K100 Sports brought to you by Zavatsky's Custom Meats. Michael Lorenzen tosses 7 innings of 3-hit ball as the Detroit Tigers beat Kansas City Royals 3-0. Visiting Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs over the Mud Hens 9-2 at Fifth Third Field last night. Opening match of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup for the U.S. team. That's tonight. They'll be taking on Vietnam at 9 p.m. on Fox, and the American women considered the team to beat to win it all. Toledo football, lofty expectations heading into this season. They have been picked to win the MAC West and repeat as Mid-American Conference champions. That according to the latest coaches poll. And Bowling Green predicted to finish 4th in the MAC East. So going to be a very exciting season. Go Rockets. Lots going on this weekend. Man, tip of the iceberg when I tell you about things like the Ottawa County Fair runs through Sunday. So you might want to get there. Mud Hens, they've got a 6-game homestand that they're in the midst of. So they've got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday games, and they're celebrating Christmas in July all weekend long. And speaking of Christmas in July, Toledo Zoo celebrates with special events all weekend long, as does the Imagination Station. You pick lavender at Lucky Road Lavender Farm. If you'd like to go do something like that, you can get relaxed and smell good all at once. So that's kind of cool. You've got Chris Jansen tonight live in Promenade Park. ProMedica Summer Concert Series continues, and it's going to be an exciting, incredible country music concert. If you haven't gotten tickets left, you are in luck, as there are a few left. It is a hard ticket in. They're not doing things digitally anymore. So you can buy them at the gate if you want. I'd try getting them in advance, though, just in case you don't want to be there and have it sold out. And if you have a need, City of Toledo Refuse and Recycle, they've got a drop-off event happening tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., runs until 1 o'clock, this time around Manhattan Plaza on Manhattan. There you go. That's what's going on in the 419. Luke Combs now, K100. And of course, as you mentioned, Pizza Palooza.
And of course, Pizza Palooza happening this weekend at Centennial Terrace. Come on out, see me. Come on out and see me. A lot of great pizza out there. 8 different pizza vendors, I think I said. And oh man, okay. So Lynn, we are talking about babies, and I know that you are somebody who will say that every baby is beautiful.
Yes, you're right.
You're right. I know, and I understand why. I understand why you say that, and probably because you have never really truly seen
you going to show me
an
one?
ugly baby. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you an ugly baby here in just a couple minutes, but I want to know from the people that are watching right now on the Facebook Friday Live, what do you think? Are all babies okay? They're all beautiful, right? They're new life. They're innocent. Yes, in that respect, they're all beautiful, right? However, not all babies are cute. There are definitely anybody who says, "Oh no, there's no ugly babies."
My mother had an expression. It was, "Oh, they're so ugly, they're cute."
They're so
Did you ever hear that?
It's so ugly, they're cute. But then there's Kevin Webb says, "Oh, I've sure seen some ugly babies." See, I think guys are more likely to say yes.
Maybe.
Not all babies are cute.
All right, there's a better picture of my grandbaby. Just
There-
because she should get a cute shot, not only the crazy
Oh,
hair shot.
there we
Isn't
go.
she
See, she's
adorable?
adorable.
She really is.
Look at those cheeks,
She really
right?
is. Yeah.
Absolutely adorable. I'm working on right now. If I can get this, if I can pull this up here. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, and the reason why I have no problem saying that, yes, there are ugly babies out there, because this one is my own. He's my own ugly baby. Are you ready for this?
Ready?
I don't know if you can't see the screen on your end, can you?
I can now.
You can. Okay, here we go. This is Reese is adorable. Just needs a U of M outfit. No, we want to keep the baby cute, Kevin. We don't want her to. There doesn't need to be. She's already cute. She doesn't need any ugliness put on her. So you keep that U of M stuff to yourself.
Kevin.
All right, here we go. Ugly baby in 3, 2, 1. Bam. Oh, good heavens. Look at that is he looks like an angry old man. He looks like he would scream at you for getting on his first stepping foot on his lawn.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's my son Jack. He's adorable now. I think he's a great looking kid now. But as a baby, look at it. It looks like he has a receding hairline.
Oh my goodness.
The wrinkles on his face, the clothes he's wearing
Look.
also probably add to the illusion of the old man. He's definitely got a Benjamin Button thing going on there.
We're going on live. Luke Combs on Toledo's country music station K100. I think November is the due date for his second son, who is on the way. So I think that is very exciting news for them. Tex, the name of his firstborn. And Pat McCarty, guy in the 419 in studio with me, and we are talking about babies. And he seems to think there is such thing as an ugly baby. So we're having a little discussion about that.
There are definitely ugly babies out there. They're all beautiful. Like I said, they're all beautiful, but they're not all cute.
I think you say that your son was not a beautiful baby, not cute.
No, they are beautiful.
All right.
They are beautiful.
All right.
But you can still be beautiful. You can still be ugly and still be beautiful. And I definitely had an ugly baby.
I think it's debatable. I think he looks adorable. I know
he's a good looking kid now.
Right.
And, he's 7 years old now. I think he's a great looking kid, but
so some do grow into their looks. I will give you that.
Yes. And it's not like he was up until the age of 4. No, there was only about the first 4 months of life. I just always questioned. I'd wake up in the morning, I'd look at him and say, no, he's still not there yet. He had to grow into his skin.
And there is, as I say, I had a friend who had a baby, and she had this eyes. She almost looked, it looked like the eyes swallowed her face. They were so big. They were
That's kind of cute, though. Isn't it the big eyes kind of?
As they grow.
Right.
And she grew into her.
Like a little alien, little alien baby.
Amazing eyes on that beautiful face.
Sure.
Now, but when she was a baby, they were almost too prominent, if that makes sense. But.
Well, it's the receding hairline and the wrinkly body and everything. He just, when he got a little older, he was absolutely adorable. But oh my gosh, there was some ugly times there with that kid. So funny. Not every baby is beautiful. I'll say that every baby is beautiful.
Okay. All right. Now I get where you're coming from. But it is a Feel Good Friday. A couple of feel good stories to share. Cat news. Cat lovers, you are really going to love this story. There's a cat in the UK named Zebby. Just won a contest for Cat of the Year. His owner is deaf. So this cat helps her out. It's like an assistance cat.
Really?
Yes. So if somebody's knocking at the door, cat paces around, comes up, taps her, those kind of things. And
interesting.
Yeah. So I think that's really cute. And
did she have to train the cat to do that, or did the cat
I don't know if it was an instinctual thing and the cat just has found a way to help out in
right.
certain tasks. Because he knows that the owner needs the assistance more than they do.
Yeah. I don't even know if you can train a cat, can you? I feel like cats just do their own thing.
You train them to use the litter box, right?
No.
They just do it?
They just do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
I've never
it's an instinctual thing. It's wild.
Interesting. All right. Well, we've got some really cool things yet to come. Pick your trip. I'll give you details of that in just a little bit, maybe about 10 minutes or so. Leap in a Jeep. You want to take a leap in a Jeep and do it with an amazing looking, gorgeous diamond ring from J. Foster Jewelers. We have the scoop on that for you as well. And at 8:30, $1,110 in that birthday wheel jackpot from Genoa Bank, and Pat over there by that birthday wheel. And he's going to do the spinning today. And he tells me he's coming up with a winner.
That is a lot of money there. That is a $1,110.
Good
Wow.
luck. Kate and Caitlin Brown on the way. K100.
His expression says sour milk. Yeah, sure did, man. No, they're good looking. Well, you know what's tough though, Lynn, is that so I will say this: my daughter Maggie and Michael were both, I think they were beautiful babies.
Maggie, Michael, Jack,
And Julia.
Julia, of course. She's the one of
Julia was adorable when she was born, but about 6 months, she got these gigantic cheeks and one just patch of hair down the center of her head, and she looked kind of like a Mr. Potato Head. And
that's with my grandbaby. The first teeth, Carly goes, "Those will move in, right, Mom?" Like that buck teeth look. I go, "Honey, you just don't know."
you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, so that I told you, ugly baby there. But that happens. That happens. That's
Now, see, yesterday I kind of contested whether or not there's any ugly trucks. It was Ugly Truck Day. National Ugly Truck Day. I thought, well, is there an ugly truck, or are there just used trucks or classic trucks?
I don't know if
People
I've
love
seen
their
an ugly
trucks.
truck.
Yeah, see?
I've seen ugly cars.
Yeah.
There's definitely some ugly cars, but ugly trucks, I don't know if I've. Well, how do you make a truck? What makes a truck ugly?
And that's what I'm thinking. I mean, is that just because of use or what? Or is it because of people thinking they know how to customize them?
Could be as well. Did I hear you say this morning that today is National Take a Monkey to Lunch Day?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not doing that.
You wouldn't take a monkey to lunch?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm scared of monkeys.
How about this one here? Check out this. This is Caesar. He's a spider monkey that I met through what's it? Tyler's Exotics. And look at this gorgeous little spider monkey. He was absolutely adorable.
Where did you meet him?
This was on the 2nd of July. The Sylvania Country Club was having a party. Well, look how cute he is. And he would give me hugs, and he would kind of run around, and he would just like climb up onto people.
Yeah. And not tear off their face. That's good.
No, he wouldn't tear. No, very friendly. Look at him wearing those little pants and the shirt. Well, that's adorable, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Just
Scared to have a monkey that close to my face.
No,
Wouldn't happen.
you know what?
I held a lemur once. Got right up on my shoulder. Wanted to sit on my shoulder.
Yeah.
That
How'd
was
you
up
like
at
that?
Indian Creek Zoo. Just a little uncomfortable.
Where would you take a monkey to lunch? Well, how does that even become a national holiday?
Someplace
How
where
does
they
that
serve bananas.
somebody right? What was that? Was that joke about the guy who sees he's on the train with the woman, and he actually says, "That's the ugliest baby I've ever seen," and the woman's appalled. She's so mad. Speaking of ugly baby, she's so mad. She goes to the conductor, and she says, I'm furious. This man insulted me, insulted my baby. I can't see anymore now, Lynn. Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah.
No, you got to bring it down further.
Oh, sorry. I'm still listening to you.
So she goes to the conductor. She says, I've never been so insulted in my life. This man comes up and insults me. And he says, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry. We never want any of our guests to feel unwelcome, to be, to feel like they're not, welcome here. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to comp your ticket. I'm going to ensure that you have your own private car. We'll bring you out dinner. You don't even have to come and get the food yourself. We'll bring the food to you, and I'll even bring a banana for your monkey." I probably told it terrible, but that's
no.
Speaking of
It's funny.
ugly babies. All right. I want to hear some Facebook. I want to hear some from Facebook. I want to hear Cats can be trained. It's harder than training dogs. Well, yeah, and that's cats. I think just have a mind of their own. They just kind of they're just kind of out there and doing their own thing. But yeah, I want to hear from the Facebook crew, people that are watching right now. What's a great story? What's happening in your life right now? What are you happy about? What's your Facebook your feel good Friday on Facebook Friday Live? This hour is sponsored by Toledo Custom Countertops. Are we going live? No?
After the song.
Oh, okay. Sponsored by Toledo Custom Countertops. Great countertop company. I got to know the owner, Joe Blythe, really well. Really great guy. Very genuine, good to his employees. All his employees really like him. They like working for him. So if you're looking to make your countertops, bathroom, your kitchen countertops, anything, backsplash you need, you want to make sure you contact them. They do an incredible job. So yeah, definitely contact them. I need some water. Is there water out in there's got to be water somewhere in this building, right?
Right by the coffee pots, there's a Culligan
There we go.
dispenser.
I think that's one of the reasons I'm so tired right now. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
I myself need a little caffeine, which I got away from. I was decaffeinated for a long time. Got away from the Diet Coke because of the aspartame, and I picked up this little habit. And I really love this combination. My husband kind of stuck his nose up at it, but sparkling mandarin marshmallow. I really like it. It's very sweet, though. Got to floss afterward just because I know that it's not great for my teeth, probably. There you go. Marco's a Mountain Dew man. He goes through a lot of it. And I'm not telling tales on him. He actually would tell that tale on himself. As a matter of fact, I think he's trying to get Mountain Dew to sponsor the show to help him out a little bit. Because, yeah, it's not a cheap habit. Not like cigarettes, but oh my God. If he had back all the money he spent on Mountain Dew, that's what Marco needs the money back on. What he spent on a lifetime Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
He would have a mountain of money.
He does like his Mountain Dew. That's,
as I said, I'm not telling tales. He tell that about himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you re-ask the question? What would you get your money back on? If you could. So for anybody that's anybody that's watching live right now that didn't hear the question from earlier, the question was, if you get your money back on things that you've spent money on, what would it be? Choose one thing. However, caveat is that you have to give up the experience of what you did. So if you say all the money that I ever spent at McDonald's, probably wouldn't be a bad thing. But then you would have never eaten at McDonald's. You never would have spent any money.
K100, Kane and Caitlin Brown on Toledo's Country Music Station. Lynn and Marco. Marco is off this week. He's vacationing. He should be back on Monday. If he's not, I promise I'll call him and I'll see what's going on. We'll get him back by Tuesday. But I hope you are having a great day. It's Friday and it's a Feel Good Friday at that. And it's also a Facebook Live Friday. So you can not only listen to the show on K100, you can watch it live on our Facebook page. So do hope you will do that. Pat McCarty guy in the 419 joining me. It's always so good to see you. You're just like,
I love being in the studio.
We love having you here. It's just so much fun. I don't know if you've heard about this. You were talking about our great music community here and how much people here love live shows. Well, something really cool going on with Live Nation. There's Summers Live and just celebrating now through August 1st, where you can get 4 concert tickets for just $80.
Wow.
So it's a really amazing deal. So you got all these amazing shows that you can see. And we've teamed up with them for a contest. It's called Pick Your Trip. So you could go check out Keith Urban in Vegas or Dirks in San Diego, whoever you want to see and wherever they're at. You got an opportunity for yourself to pick that trip. There's going to be one national winner for this. Everybody who enters will be qualified to get a round trip airfare for 2 nights hotel stay, and of course 2 premium tickets to the show of your choice. Just head to K100country.com and see all the participating shows. And there it is where you enter for your chance to pick your trip. Wishing you luck from K100. Your weather forecast is sponsored by Jim White Toyota. See what the Jim White Toyota Advantage is all about. Cars are arriving daily. Right car, right price, right now. Only one word for this weekend, and it is beautiful. And how long have we been waiting for a string of days where you can attach that word to it? A long time. Partly cloudy and comfortable. Low humidity today with a high of 82. A few clouds tonight, low of 60. Tomorrow, gorgeous again, 83 and 84 on Sunday, and just a slight chance of an isolated afternoon thunderstorms. As far as traffic goes, it's been a great morning for that as well. No accidents reported, and I don't see any tie-ups even through the construction zones. 419-240-1000. Call or text anytime if you've got a traffic trouble that needs to be passed along. Always appreciate your help with that. We've got Jordan Davis coming in front of news next on K100.
We do have I absolutely love the music scene, and it wasn't until I started doing Guy in the 409 that I started learning about all the different bands that are playing around town. But just something as simple as I put up on my page on Wednesday, I said, who's playing and where, and I have over 100 comments of people posting different bands that are playing around town. So all over the place, and at great places too. Okay. All right. So if you could have your money back, that's the question of the day. If you could have your money back of anything that you've spent money on, what would it be? If you just one thing, you get all the money back of something you spent money on. So if let's say you went to, let's say somebody said cigarettes earlier, which I think it is huge. I think that's a lot. That's a lot of money there that you're spending on something that's obviously not good for you. If you could get that money back and having never smoked, that'd be terrific. And that's the caveat is that if you get your money back, you will have never had that experience. So let's say it's, all the money I ever spent on travel, because that's thousands and thousands of dollars I get back. Yeah, but then you would have never had those experiences traveling. So you got to be careful what you wish for there, right? So what would it be? I'll tell you, mine was if I could get back all the money that I have spent on bank fees and on overdraft fees, credit card fees, all these different fees. Again, we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars. I had terrible spending habits. I was not good with my money. They, and it's my own fault. But the other thing is we're not really ever taught those kind of things in school. We're never really taught how to spend properly, how to save properly, how to invest. And that's why I encourage you, if you want to learn this stuff, if you don't really know it that well, there's a great website that you can go to. It's called www. In fact, I'm going to put it in the description right now. supportwifi.org. There's all kinds of information out there. And what supportwifi.org does is it offers free financial literacy courses. It's a great launch point. And I wish I had something like this when I was growing up, when I was a kid, that I had this kind of education, because I feel like if I had a little bit of this education, I probably would have made some very, very different decisions financially. And maybe I wouldn't have had all that thousands and thousands of dollars in bank fees and credit card debts and all kinds of wasted money. And I feel like that happens to a lot of people. So, what do you think? Is that, would you agree with me? Are you in the same boat? If you are, leave it let me know. There's no judgment here. Kevin Yarbrough says, should play Luke Bryan's 1 Margarita, 2 Margarita for Lynn this morning.
That song hit right in front of COVID, and I love that song. And I was so excited for spring because I thought, this is going to be my song. This is
my summer song.
My summer song. And I'm imagining myself in conga lines and having margaritas, and bam, it was all shut down. So I never got my margarita conga line, but he's going to be at Bash on the Bay, August 24th. I am there. You will see me margarita in hand.
With margarita in hand and partying. I'm going to try to make it out there as well. And it's a great time. I was out at the first one and haven't been back since. That's how does the island even stay afloat with that many people? I mean,
I actually heard somebody say that. I'm afraid that island will sink.
I don't think it works that way. I don't think it's just floating there in the water. But yeah, oh my gosh, thousands of people out there for that. That's August 24th. Is it just the one?
23rd and 24th. On
Okay.
the 23rd, you've got Pitbull out there as the
Okay.
headliner.
That's fun.
So it's not really a K100 artist.
Sure.
So we have, I mean, even though we're supporting the event, that's
Right.
why you hear us talk about it less than the 24th event.
Right.
But the 23rd, I love Pitbull. I think he is.
Oh, it's a lot of fun to
He
listen.
is
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah.
And
Fireball, one of my favorite songs.
yeah, so he will be really a blast to see. And in front of him, Elle King will be on stage, and I love Elle King too.
And then
She had kind of a pop career before she became a proclaimed country singer, because she's full on country at this point in time because the community has embraced her so much, both the other artists and fans. So she said she's found her niche and she is a country artist, but she could go either way. So she'll be entertaining on stage in front of Pitbull. You know her dad is Rob Schneider?
I did not know that.
Isn't that something? It's crazy. Isn't
She
it?
doesn't look like Rob Schneider.
Yeah, she does.
Does she?
If you actually, she's got the high cheekbones and kind of that. Yeah, a little bit. I think she does. After you know it, but she grew up.
I gotta pull up a picture here.
Southern Ohio is where she had her roots, and yeah. But she was estranged from her dad, I think, as an adult. Number one, so I don't think they had the closest relationship. But then she said in recent years they have become closer, and but she didn't want to make that the reason she was having attention brought to her because of having a famous dad.
Right. This okay. I guess now that you're, hang on, I'm gonna have to share this on the. And so she's gonna. I had no idea.
Yeah, how about that?
And then the Saturday is
what?
I Bash.
Bash in the Bay. It's a Wednesday, Thursday event.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, they always put it middle of the week.
I suppose that makes sense.
So on the 24th, it is Wednesday, Thursday, or is it Thursday, Friday? I don't know. We have to look at it. But the 24th, yes, Luke Bryan is the headliner. He's got Brothers Osborne in front of him, which I cannot wait. I absolutely love Brothers Osborne. They've got a new album coming too, so there's going to be a ton of good new music that they're going to bring to that stage too. And
then who else?
Darn it, you're putting me on the spot.
Who's headlining?
This. I should know this. Well, Luke Bryan.
Right. That's what I was waiting for.
All right. I got a minute. I should know this. It's the 6th. Can you believe you said you were at the 1st, which was Toby Keith?
Right. That was fun. That was before your time here. Right?
It was.
It was just before.
Mm-hmm.
So how long have you been now on K100?
I think about 5 years.
Okay.
So Brothers Osborne. You can see the ones I committed to memory, the ones I find the most interesting or the biggest fan of. Also performing. Oh, got no time.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis, K100, Toledo's country music station. Lynn and Marco. Marco will be back on Monday. Pat McCarty, guy in the 419 in studio today for a feel-good Facebook Live Friday. Thanks so much for joining us. Always have so much fun with you here.
Oh, I love being in here.
All right. We'll get into some things here shortly, but we do have to get a look at news now. And also that birthday wheel, 8:30. I think that Pat's going to be a good luck charm. I think we're going to give that away, that $1,110.
I'm feeling it today.
Right.
I think today is the day it's going to happen.
All right. Even if you want to take a few practice spins with that wheel,
might have to.
You go ahead.
Warm up the arm, warm up the shoulder.
Whatever it takes to get a winner today. But yeah, time for your latest look at news now on K100. Two things at once. I just have trouble doing 3 things at once.
I hear you.
So Dylan Scott, that's the other artist.
Okay. Oh, now where'd those pictures go? I'm grabbing these pictures off of we're talking about El King. Is it El King or El King?
K100 weather from the June White Toyota Weather Center. See what the June White Toyota Advantage is all about with cars arriving daily. Right car, right price, right now. Here's 13 ABC's Ross Ellett. It's 67 now at K100. Our nice clean commute this morning continues. No accidents or slowdowns. Call or text if you spot something, 419-240-1000. That line's sponsored by Perrysburg Premier Garage Door and a service of your information station, Toledo's K100. I'm sorry, were you asking me something?
Yeah, is it El King or El King?
L.
El King. So we have her here. So and I never knew this. I never knew that she was
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider's daughter. That's news to me. So here we go. Here's, if you don't know what she looks like, here's what she looks like right here. She's very attractive. But see, I would look at that picture and I would think, no, I would have no idea that was Rob Schneider's daughter. And then you see the two of them together.
Mm-hmm.
There I see it.
Yeah.
Now I see it. Now I'm thinking that could very easily be Rob Schneider in a blonde wig. And I'm not totally convinced that it's not. Right? Didn't, I mean, he's done.
I've seen them side by side together. So, yeah. She's
You
real.
live in person, you've seen them side by side?
No photographs out.
Well, Lynn, I've got photos of myself side by side, and they're very convincing looking. So I don't know. I'm not convinced. Rob Schneider, he's doing a lot of stand up now. I don't know if you knew that. I've seen him doing some.
So that must mean that. Hold on a second.
That his movie career is. I think it's kind of going back to what
Adam Sandler's not making any movies right
now. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even remember the last. We just showed our kids Mr. Deeds back in the Adam Sandler heyday of the late 90s, early 2000s.
Adam Sandler, either he would make really like classic funny movies that were around for a long time, or real stinkers.
Yeah. Yep. I think my favorite Adam Sandler movie is probably going to be Happy Gilmore.
Oh, no question. Hands down.
Cynthia Waite says that she's been to several Bash on the Bays. It's amazing. Every time I've been trying to win tickets so that she can take her family. Until then, her family just has to stay at home while she goes and enjoys her time out there at Bash in the Bay. Sometimes you have to do that, Cynthia. Sometimes you have to leave the family at home and you just go and have a great time. This hour of the Facebook Friday Live is sponsored by Professional Surface Restoration. This is who I have come and do my carpets. They are the absolute best in town. They do a tremendous job, whether it's a carpet, hardwood floor, ceramic tile, indoor, outdoor. You want your surfaces looking clean. And I mean like brand new clean. They're the company you want to call because they're going to get the job done. Here's what you can do. You can call another company. But write down Professional Surfaces, write down their information first. Just have it on hand so that in a couple weeks, when you need the job done right, you won't have to go searching for their information. You'll have it right there on hand, because you will have to call them to make sure that it's done correctly, because they really are. They're a great company. I claim we have 2 pets. We have 2 dogs and 4 kids. Our living room floor gets trashed. It just has to. And I don't know what to do. The stains, all the stains, they're deep underneath. They come back, but when they come out, they clean the carpet real well. But I'm at the point, Lynn, where I'm gonna tear up the carpet. I'm gonna tear up the carpet, put down like a luxury vinyl. It's a good idea. Because it's just it's disgusting looking. It's a good idea. So, but when we do need them cleaned, when it gets close to the holidays and we need our surfaces cleaned, Professional Surface Restoration. Jack Pacienza, great guy. Know him personally. Matt Lowry, also fantastic. Just wonderful people to work. They're good, honest people. I love one of the things I've loved about the work that I do is that I've met a lot of business owners and I've seen the level of professionalism that they have. And not only the level of professionalism, but also the good quality, the good nature, or, good quality, their who they are. Just makes it great. It makes it great to be able to work with them, and it lets you be able to trust them. So
and then you feel good about giving your business to them too.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Shelly says, I want so badly to see Chris Jansen tonight. I've been dying to. So Shelly, what are you waiting for? Go see him. If you want to see him so bad, give me a good reason why you're not. And as I'm talking about Matt Lowry, he says, good morning from Professional Surface Restoration. He commented it right there, right as I was talking about him. So hopefully he heard that. So good morning, Matt. Good to hear from you. So Shelly, I want to know, are you going to go see Chris Jansen tonight? How do people get tickets to go see Chris Jansen? The answer that Lynn would say is you go to the K100 Facebook page or go to the K100 website.
Exactly.
K100.com and you can find your tickets there, right?
Well, I want to make sure that information is correct for final day hours in front of the show, that they don't change up how you get your tickets this close to the show.
It's down at the
it is in Promenade
Park, right?
Mm-hmm. And they do have people there at the gates. They tried doing everything digitally last year, and they ran into many complications, which is why they went back to a hard ticket this year, I guess. But
well, I didn't bring in any food this morning.
You didn't.
I didn't because you don't eat the food that I bring in anyway. You have your own keto food there. Hey, you know what I did buy?
Cinnamon. I'll let you have some.
Do you know what I did buy this week though?
No. What'd you buy?
Tuna fish.
Did you?
I did. You inspired me, and I've been making some fantastic tuna fish sandwiches for lunch.
Nice.
So that was inspired by you.
Oh,
I used the keto bread. I need to lose weight. I'm trying to do what I can to lose weight. What's been your success? I know that you said that you claim that you've lost some, that everybody can tell by looking at you that you don't need to lose anything, but you say that you did.
Yeah.
And what has been your secret? What's been what's caused you to be successful with that?
Well, I mean, honestly, my mother put me on my first diet when I was 4.
When you were 4?
Yeah. She just, I don't know. I mean, it was a thing back then. It wasn't it wasn't so much like, you're going to be who you're going to be. It was like, we're going to shape you into this. Your dad wants you to be a lady and I want you to be thin. And I mean, it was just kind of different then,
Wow.
So anyway, so she was just really.
Was it the time or was it, where did you grow up? Are you from here? So right here.
Yeah.
Where did you go to high school?
Boucher.
That's how you know Matt McCarty.
Yeah.
There it is.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I had 3 sisters, and they had designs on how they were hoping we would turn out. Once I had my own children, I guess I thought I was going to have these little piles of clay I was going to like mold, because that's how my parents tried to do. I think it's like, do this, and it's like, oh yeah, you don't really do that.
No, they have their own personality.
But she was a very small woman, very petite woman and trim, and she just always was salads and chickens, and so this. So I watched my mother. And then when you get older and you can make your own choices, it's like, I'm having French fries.
Right.
And then I went crazy, between college and being on my own. And I just didn't eat very healthy. And I did gain weight, and it was a big difference from having mom prepare you the right thing.
Sure.
And then just doing it on your own.
Well, now you say your mother put you on a diet,
Mm-hmm.
but was she put you on a diet, or did she just prepare healthy food for you?
Because but it was it was sort of the same thing, because it's like, if I wanted a cookie, no, you're going to have milk, so it's
okay.
So it was kind of, she didn't
let you have anything. Because, when we have dinner, when we cook dinner, our dinners are always very healthy.
Yeah.
It's always usually a lean meat, chicken, or, sometimes we'll have steak. but we always have a vegetable with it.
Right.
Sometimes a starch, but it's always a protein and a vegetable. Because I want my kids to eat healthy.
Right.
I think there's a big misconception that, if you're there's a lot of misconceptions I think about health and weight, right?
And especially children, and what's the right thing for them as they
Right.
grow, because I think kids they need more fuel when they're growing, or
Oh,
when they're
absolutely.
involved in something in particular, so their needs are going to change constantly as they're growing, and at different rates that you can't predict.
Oh man, my son Michael is getting to the age where he is gonna start eating us out of house and home. I mean, it seems like he's always hungry. He's never full unless it's something that he doesn't like for dinner, which is few and far between. For the most part, our kids are pretty good eaters. But that's you've gotta find the right stuff. But we still have junk food every now and then. Still have your pizza, and you still have your.
Oh yeah.
The only thing we don't do is we don't do fat. The only fast food we do is either Chipotle or Chick-fil-A.
I never did much fast food at all with my kids either,
Yeah.
and they never had sodas. It's like they still do not drink sodas.
They
were always milk and
Yeah.
water and fruit juices, and some of the fruit juices I tried to really keep minimal because some of those are so high in sugars.
Yeah. We don't buy pop. We don't keep pop in the house. But we definitely, my kids, they know that it exists. And so it's a special, if we go out somewhere, like we were out at the Mudheads game yesterday, it's my mother-in-law's company party, William Vaughn, their company party out there. And they had this big cooler thing full of Starry. I guess that's a new, I don't know.
I just saw that at the store the other day. I'd never heard of it before.
Starry, and then they had Pepsi in there too. And so, so my kids it's a big treat for them. Todd Kaufman is on right now. He says, Pat, it was nice talking to you at the media day for Pizza Palooza.
Nice.
I was out there on Tuesday for that. Please give Lynn her well-deserved Academy Award for Best Flying Solo.
He's so sweet. He is so sweet. And
that he gave her earlier this week, but she couldn't accept it until the week was over. But you did it. You made it through the week flying solo.
I don't think it should be an Academy Award. It was got through it kind of a thing, but he's sweet and supportive, and I appreciate him so much.
Yeah, Todd, it was good. It was good talking to you, Todd, of course, over at Groganstown. I never knew that Groganstown and Charlie's they're connected. They're under the same umbrella, I guess, but they're the sponsors for
Groganstown. It's where I actually got my very first car.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it was a 78 Buick Opal. And I remember the salesperson so clearly. And I don't know if he worked there forever and maybe they still know him, or his reputation lives on. I don't know. Maybe they still have his on a wall or something. He was such
a plaque
great salesperson
somewhere with his name on it.
But his name was Norb Glow.
Norb Glow?
Mm-hmm. Norb Glow.
And
Norb looked a lot like, he was dressed like Herb Tarlick from WKRP.
I feel like you're just making up names now.
No.
Herb Tarlick.
You have WKRP in Cincinnati?
Oh, sure.
All right.
Yeah.
In the salesperson,
yeah.
This is who it felt like I was walking up to. This is how he was dressed. And he was in my mother, for whatever reason, I took my mother car shopping with me. I don't know why. I don't know why she was there and not my father, but she was. And Norb comes up and he goes, hey, hello, who's you got here with you? Your sister? And Mom's, he's all giggling and all lit up because this guy thinks that, that she's, 20 like me. And no, it's my mother. And she goes, oh, he's very nice. He's not going to take you, Linda. And it's like, okay. So she immediately trusted him because he thought she looked so young.
Of course. Oh, that's so funny.
And Norb sold me the 78 Buick Opal that barely had floorboards in it. And but it was at Groganstown.
Barely had floorboards, but a good first car.
And I held, oh my gosh, yeah, my $87 a month payments. I held on to it. It got me through school, so.
$87 a month for a car payment.
Am I dating myself? Yeah, probably.
What a world. Oh my gosh. And gas was what? 68 cents a gallon?
I don't know. I don't think it was that low.
No?
No.
When I first started driving, it was only 98 cents.
Really?
I remember.
I don't even remember.
I remember when it topped when it went up to $1.
It didn't bother me. I didn't think
right.
twice about the cost of it.
Man, I remember I'd be able to go fill up for $15. Oh my gosh. And then the day it went over $1, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, $1.
It's the only thing I remember prices of back then were prices of packs of cigarettes. And now is it when it gets to $1, I'm quitting.
Right? That's what
Now-
somebody said. Oh, you know what? I gotta fix this. Speaking of music people, I've got Nicole Corey texting me right now.
I think she's one of the sharpest women in this community.
It's I think so too. I've always been blown away by
Me too.
her generosity and her
But her grit
her
too. I mean,
intellect and her yes, her grit.
Yeah.
So Saturday is Saturday the 5th? That's the 5th, right?
I got a calendar over here. What are we looking for?
The parade, the Jeep Fest parade. Because I was thinking it was Friday, but it's the 5th.
And speaking of which, so Bash on the Bay is a Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday, Thursday for Bash on the Bay. Thursday night is when Luke Bryan's going to be there.
Correct.
So that's when we are going to be there.
Yes.
I'm throwing myself in with that we. We are going to be there. Yes. So let's see.
So totally off track of any of what we've been talking
Yeah.
about. But something else I'd be interested to know is who is happiest with their internet service? Verizon, T-Mobile, Buckeye, Broadband. My internet provider, I have spent way too many hours with this
Right.
week. Way too many.
I at home. At home. Are you going to say who you have?
No.
Yeah, I'd say that's a dangerous territory. I will say that I tried one. I had one. I had company A, and then they were quite a bit of money, and then I switched over to company B.
Yeah.
Company B was so bad that I didn't even end up paying my
that's
final
why-
month.
That's why I'm thinking company A, when I handed them all my equipment, said, they go, okay. And I went, walking out the door now. I really leaving.
And then-
Okay, we'll see you.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, they must have thought she'll be back.
She'll be back. She'll be back. How much time do we got here?
50 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. And I had and
So I
company
don't know what I'm doing here, but I got to make a decision today because my husband is insane right now without it.
it's why don't you have it right now? Is it
Just won't connect
it won't connect
at all. And I have to be my own technician and figure out that's why I don't have it, because I am not a good technician and I can't figure out why I don't have it.
Have you tried unplugging it from the wall and then plugging it back in?
A few times.
That's all I've got. I know nothing. You gotta call Josh. Tell him to come over to your house and fix it for you,
Actually,
right?
I told Chuck I might hire him to do that.
You know, he could help out. Figured out our sound system earlier this morning.
All right. Mics are live. It's Megan Maroney on Toledo's country music station K100. Rumor has it it's about Morgan Wallen, that song right there. She's very tight-lipped, though, and I don't think she's ever going to tell. But ever is a long, long time. So probably at some point, but not as of yet anyway. I'm Lynn. Marco is out this week. Pat McCarty, guy in the 419, in studio with me today for a Feel Good Facebook Live Friday. And we were talking about a lot of amazing things that you can do in and around the area and how there's really little time to get them all in. And so if you are looking for summer fun, there's no shortage of it. And K100 actually is offering up some of that fun, a chance for thrill and chill. You could win tickets to Cedar Point, of course, one of the most thrilling amusement parks around, and chill aboard Jet Express, a fantastic high-speed ferry service with the most direct way to travel to Put-in-Bay, Kelly's Island, Cedar Point. We're giving away 10 pairs of Cedar Point and Jet Express passes every month. We did it in June. We're doing it this month. We'll do it next and right through September. And at the end of the contest, the monthly winners qualify for a chance to win a 2024 Cedar Point Gold Pass for those available. So it's absolutely a great time to capitalize in on all the good things that we've got in the region. Enjoy them and do it for free and then get qualified for a big prize. You want details? You want to get entered to win? Go to k100country.com. You know, we talk about this amusement park that we have here. Sometimes you can take for granted what you have in your backyard, but everybody I know still appreciates Cedar Point so much.
Yeah.
But did you hear
Looks
about
so
this
much fun.
massive amusement park that they're building out west?
No.
It's like this massive amusement park, like based on America.
Really?
Yeah, so lots of red, white, and
What
blue
state? What state
sparklers.
are they gonna?
I'm gonna turn around here and see if I can't find it. Hold on.
Okay.
Because I have it right here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. A huge America-themed amusement park, Oklahoma.
Interesting. So there's all the roller coasters, but everything is going to be America themed.
They say it's going to be just off Route 66. It's going to be called American Heartland Theme Park and Resort. So I think that's going to be quite an attraction, especially probably that part of the country. It's going to open in 26, and it's costing $2 billion
Wow.
to create.
Think of the revenue that it'll bring in, though.
Yeah,
That's
but the same size as Disneyland. So apparently they are looking to compete. The layout, they say, is even similar to it. Some of the designers used to work for Disney, so that could be absolutely why. The entrance, a huge map of the U.S. on the ground, which in and of itself is pretty
that's
cool.
pretty neat. Yeah.
I think whoever's
That's kind of
behind
layout
this-
of the whole park is the
No,
or is
I
it
think
just
it's just you walk in and
you
it's
walk
like
in, there's a big oh, okay.
yeah. So I mean, you got a geography lesson right when you walk in, and a big appreciation for the country. A big American flag sticking out of the center of that map that you step across, and then once inside, different lands, just like Disney has. So it'll have roller coasters, other rides scattered throughout the park, 6 sections to it. They'll have like Liberty Village, something called Great Plains. So you're thinking like windmills, silos, barns. Bayou Bay, designed to look like Louisiana, Mississippi. Big Timber Falls, like the Northwest. Stony Point Harbor will be the New England themed section. Electropolis, basically their version of Disneyland's Tomorrowland, and an RV park attached to it too. So not sure how
Wow.
much tickets will cost, but I'm betting if they're paying $2
If
billion,
they're paying
to
$2
create it,
billion, it's
going to
be pretty
ticket again.
pricey to go there.
But yeah, so
When do they expect to have it done? When's the-
26. So yeah,
Really, that's soon.
that's soon. So you can plan. You can start planning a family vacation now for 26. It doesn't seem that far out.
It's not going to. I mean, snap your finger.
Yeah.
It's
All
going to
right.
be here before we know it.
Well, there you go. You're welcome. Let's check out your weather forecast for this weekend and things closer to home going on. Weather sponsored by Jim White Toyota. See what the Jim White Toyota Advantage is about with cars arriving daily. Right car, right price right now. Gorgeous. It's going to be just gorgeous. You've got sunshine, low humidity today, tomorrow. Temperatures 82, 83. And then on Sunday, 84, partly cloudy skies then. And there's a chance you could see an isolated shower on Sunday, but really that's the only chance of rain we're talking. Gorgeous tonight in Promenade Park for Chris Jansen. Hope to see you there. Our current temperature, 69 here at Toledo's K100. As far as traffic goes, thank you. We had a couple of texts informing us about some things. It looks like, hold on, let me get to my prep page. A situation on 475 eastbound. It says a semi on its side. Traffic report downtown. Washington Street just before Summit flooded. Looks like a water main break. So there you go. 419-240-1000. Lines are always open to you. And it's sponsored by Perrysburg Premier Garage Door. We appreciate them too. Great people out there. We got Zach Brown Band coming up next. Tyler Hubbard as well. Stick around.
America themed
I like it.
park in Oklahoma.
I'd like
Two
it.
guesses as to who the majority of the workers there will be.
What do you mean? Okies from Skokies.
We'll see. Yeah, that sounds like fun though. I would go there.
I would definitely go there.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. America. Now, I wonder if will they have representation from each state? That's what I want to know. What will they have for Ohio land? Like, will they have a
Barns probably.
A barn.
We'll be in the farmland section.
Is that one of them? Is a farmland section?
They call it, Great Plains.
Oh, okay.
Big Timber Falls, Stony Brook. Yeah, we're kind of left out, aren't we? Windmill silos in a barn with some sort of Charlotte's Web attraction in that section. That sounds so cool. Yeah, I would definitely like to go. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law and their family, they are such huge amusement park
Is
people.
that right?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, they've traveled to so many, Disney. They I don't know how many times. Busch Gardens, there's Cedar Point every weekend.
Is that right?
Oh
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
This I'm sure is something that they would want to go see and take all their grandkids. They used to take all of their children to all of those places with regularity. Now they take all their grandchildren to all of those places. There'd be something to get your money back from. But again, if you
All
lose
the
the
time.
experience.
But again, the experience you
Good
have.
morning. How are you?
Today?
Um,
Are you going to try and do this on your?
no. I mean, it's like I could do it live, but
That's your call.
what do you think? How about if you do it so it's not clumsy? I've been clumsy. If you are you okay with that? Because I've been clumsy on so much. It'd be nice. It'd be yeah. It'd be nice not to have that clumsy too. But we are running a little bit late.
Oh,
Surprise!
We're at the 8:28. It's already 8:28. We're 2
Yeah.
minutes away from the.
But we're actually in reality 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More like 5 minutes away. Okay.
So Cynthia says that the area is great that we live in here. Luke Bryan and his family go to Cedar Point quite a bit.
They
What's
have definitely been spotted with regularity there.
Yeah.
Which is why I thought when he heard about the opportunity to play Put-in Bay,
Sure.
I am sure it was an immediate yes.
Right.
Because they'll come back here. In addition to liking the amusement parks, he's also an avid fisherman.
Oh, is that right?
Fish Great Lakes. My gosh, heck yeah.
Oh, we've got a lot of great
Yeah.
fishing out
and
here
you
on
were
the Great
talking
Lakes.
about all the attractions in Sandusky. There's Sandusky sightings of them when they're here. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm sure he jumped at the opportunity because they were probably already going to be in the region.
So what's your favorite ride at Cedar Point? Do you have when was the last time you've been?
It's been a few years because the last time my husband and I went, we were looking around going, when did Cedar Point become a young person's place? I mean, it was just kind of the weirdest feel, like we're in line getting the roller coaster. I'm thinking, oh my Lord, I don't go places too often and feel old. But suddenly I did there. And then as I was watching him scrunch himself, he's 6'4", so he's always had a little tough time
Sure.
getting into some of those rides anyway. And he's like, sweet. I'm thinking, man, maybe this is our last visit.
Oh no.
But I do want to get back and check out the boardwalk area that they have. And this is the thing, because it got so roller coaster oriented. And they're, to me, death-defying feelings. So I
Right.
didn't enjoy it as much. I like, the fun ones, not the ones that felt like they were going to take my life.
Yeah.
So that's what I understand. The mouse roller coasters, like on the beach, and they've just done so much on that boardwalk and the beachfront. I'd really like to get back and
It's
enjoy
gorgeous.
that.
I was there. Was it last year or 2 years ago?
Really?
I was there.
Nice.
I did several videos out there with them, and
Probably
their
last year, because last year I think was the first year they reopened that section.
it was the 150th
Yeah.
anniversary, right? So that's what we were there.
But I love the history of Cedar Point. I love all of everything that's attached to it.
When you see the old pictures, and you see there was
The
just like a
bathing
little,
suits with their
yeah. It was just like the rides, like in the water right there on the lake, and it was basically it was a beach. You would go
Yes,
to the beach there.
exactly.
That's what it was. And now, like you said, yes, now the boardwalks open up. They've really kind of reopened the beach. There's more to do out there, kind of getting back to its roots. But no, I love it. I love Cedar Point. I love you do. I mean, you do spend a lot of time waiting in line.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're waiting in line? How do you get through that?
You go with somebody you like, because
Well,
you're going to be
that's
spending a lot of time chatting.
Yep.
And it's great as far as that goes too. I love that part of it, unless it's 95 degrees, and I don't like that part too much.
Oh yeah, when it gets hot. They gotta have the Mr. fans out there. But we do we'll play games. We'll do like 20 questions. Or you can even get the on the head, that it's called Heads Up.
Oh yeah,
Where
yeah. I love that game.
That's always a lot of fun. But yeah, you gotta, because otherwise you'll drive yourself crazy standing in line. I like having my wife there with me. That's We took the kids a couple times, but they weren't old enough to well, my son Jack really, he wants to do the big rides, but he's too small for him. The older two, they're tall enough to do them, but they're too scared to do them. They won't do it. And so we spent a lot of time in Camp Snoopy and a lot of, it just wasn't. After about the third time going with, I said, okay, guys, we had season passes, right? So I said, we're not getting season passes again until you're going to ride the roller coasters. Yeah. That's the only way that we're going to do this.
My daughter got a season pass, and she's been enjoying opportunity to go up there to the water park area with.
Yeah.
With
the water park is fun.
That's what she's been enjoying.
Yep. My wife and I went, though. We went without the kids one time, and for, I think, did we do it for our anniversary, I think, and just had a blast. And I don't think I've ever had so much fun at Cedar Point as I did when it was just her and I. Went out, they had music out on the beach. Yeah. So we went out there, we had some drinks out on the beach. It was just,
that's what I want it to be for us now, because I'm kind of over the big and too tall rides.
And they've got they have a bunch of attractions there that so if you don't like roller coasters, or if you don't want to, have to bother with all that. I did. Oh my gosh, Lynn, my dad and I did a ride down when we were in Myrtle Beach.
We lost Jerry.
Oh, what are we doing? What was it that he was supposed to come in and do? She can't hear me.
Zach Brown, K100, Toledo's country music station and home of the birthday wheel. The phone lines are already winning. You guys don't even know what month I'm looking for, and you are calling because, well, there's $1,110 in that jackpot. So you're hoping for your month. Well, let's see what we can do for you. All right, Marco is on vacation. Pat McCarty, guy in the 419, in studio with me, and I'm going to make him responsible for spinning that birthday wheel today. So reach over there, grab hold of that inner wheel, the one with all the months on it, and see if we can appease somebody who's already calling. All right, your shot at the money if...
And you can watch it live on Facebook if you don't believe us. You can check it out live on the Facebook page.
So if you were born in the month of
November,
the cash could be yours. Call now, 419-240-1000. Wishing you luck.
All right, there you go. And you guys have it right here on Facebook. You got to call in. Get those. Good morning, Shelly Miko. Get those calls in. Was it caller 10?
Hi, K100. You're caller number 1. Try back. K100, who's this?
Jerry.
Jerry, you're caller 2. Dial again. K100, you're caller 3. Dial again. We missed you. K100, caller 4. Try back. You want to record it?
Thank
you.
K100,
caller 5. Yep, try back. K100, caller 5. Dial back.
I'm on.
K100, caller 6. Dial again.
Thanks.
Can you? Hi, K100. You're caller number 7. Dial again. I know. Good morning, K100. You're caller number 8. We've got to go to 10. Sorry about that. K100. I'm sorry to inform you that you are caller number 9. I'm so sorry. We got to go to 10. I won't.
Try to get this thing logged in. All right, Lynn.
Awesome.
We're rolling. You want to
do all 3 mics, I guess.
Oh, well, I don't. Okay. You're ready. We're rolling.
Hi.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Hi, K100. Who's this?
Hi, this is Bill McClucky. Who's this?
Bill McClucky. This is Lynn. How are you?
Good. How you been, dear?
Doing really good. And I am happy to tell you, you are caller number 10.
I'm number 10, huh?
Yeah.
Good deal. Good
You got
deal.
a shot at that cash, $1,110 in the jackpot, Bill, and it could be yours as long as we get that date. It's November, right?
Yep.
What's the exact date of your birth?
November 7th.
All right, Pat McCarty's going to give this wheel a spin. It comes up on 7, and you got $1,110 in your pocket. Good luck.
That'd be great.
Come on. Bill from my old neighborhood. Oh, I'm so sorry. 18.
18. Didn't get a 7.
Didn't get a
Oh,
7.
well, we tried.
Yes, we did. I'm glad you got a shot at it anyway.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Monday morning, $1,120 in that jackpot
Just
from
keeps
Genoa Bank
growing.
and K100.
See you later, then.
All right, Bill. Thanks so much. Tell Michelle hello.
Okay.
All right,
I
bye.
will do that. Bye.
There was no way we were going to get it, so I already
Yeah.
answered it.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
I know.
No, wait. Did I spin it the wrong way again? Was I supposed to spin it this way? Let's see what
Yeah.
happens if I. What was it on before? Do you remember?
I know.
Let's see if this. I spun it that way because you guys seem to have this theory that it.
If nobody spun it since yesterday. Oh,
Oops.
if nobody spun it since yesterday, it was on 28.
It was on 28.
Wait, look
Wow. Okay. All right. So if I go this
Dude, don't tell me you hit 7.
at no 28.
again, all right. So if I spun it that way, because I'm always spinning it the other way. Let's see.
Back to its sweet spot.
I know. Well, we'll put it out. What do we say? 18.
Yes.
All right. There it is. Still no winner. So $1,120. Somebody's gonna have a wonderful birthday.
Hi, this is
All you got to do is say hi. This is. Or introduce Bill. Okay.
Does he say hi? This is?
Yeah, hi. This is.
Okay.
So for anybody who's watching that has never had the pleasure of seeing Jerry before, you're getting the full
God.
effect right now. The man, the myth, the legend.
Unfortunate for them. All right.
Let's bring in this video clip.
You're on mic 2 now.
Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, this is Bill McClucky. Who's this?
Bill McClucky. This is Lynn. How are you?
Good. How you been, dear?
Doing really good. And I am happy to tell you, you are caller number 10.
I'm number 10, huh?
Yes!
Good deal.
You
Good
got
deal.
a shot at that cash, $1,110 in the jackpot, Bill, and it could be yours as long as we get that date. It's November, right?
Yep.
What's the exact date of your birth?
November 7th.
All right, Pat McCarty's going to give this wheel a spin. It comes up on 7, and you got $1,110 in your pocket. Good luck.
That'd be great.
Come on. Bill from my old neighborhood. Oh, I'm so sorry. 18.
18. Didn't get a 7.
Didn't get a 7.
Oh, well, we tried.
Yes, we did. I'm glad you got a shot at it anyway.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Monday morning, $1,120 in that jackpot from Genoa Bank and K100.
There you go. So you guys are watching on Facebook Friday Live, so you get to see the behind the scenes action, how it all operates. It's just
Awesome, Jerry Mack helping.
yeah. When you're in the studio or you're listening on the radio, it's just everything is just sort of this. I love this. You get to see the behind the scenes workings of everything.
The
Here.
other day, did we have a couple of 7s earlier this week?
It's kind of, it's like it feeling like it's getting a sweet spot in that area and the 28. So,
All right, next week I'll spin it extra hard.
okay.
Extra hard.
We want you to be pumping some iron between now.
There we go. Jill Kaiser says hello. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, Shelly Miko from Midwest Liquidation. We'll be talking about you in the next hour. In the meantime, are we going on the radio here pretty soon?
No, we got. I mean, we've got about 6 minutes.
About 6 minutes. All right. Well, then, ladies and gentlemen, this is now the segment. And again, I'm working on all these intro videos, so we'll have all these little cool little intro things as we go into them. But this is today's What the Redneck. Let's check it out.
Watch out. Video it. Oh, yeah. That went high.
I love it. Just blow things up. See how high they can go. That is today's What the Redneck, brought to you by, well, nobody yet. We don't have a sponsor for it yet, but I'm hoping to get a sponsor for that.
Who wouldn't want to sponsor that?
You know, it's I
Love
see
it.
these. I get inspired by these videos. I want to try them out myself, but
But no, there's some guy named Steve-O who's doing that, right?
yeah. Is he still? I don't know if
I
he's.
don't
I don't think he's still doing it.
Yeah, he got arrested in England or something a week or
Did he
two.
really?
Mhm. Yeah.
Arrest Steve-O
He jumped off the bridge, the London Bridge or something.
and got arrested for it?
Oh yeah.
Are you not allowed to?
No, they frown on it.
Hang on, I gotta look that up. Jackass star Steve-O detained in London after jumping off the Tower Bridge. Gosh. He continues to outdo himself, and this time he was in London performing a stunt that ended up getting him detained by local authorities. The television personality jumped off the Tower Bridge, prompting a comedy special and detailed what happened. Oh my gosh. He says, I was detained by police after doing this jump off the Tower of London Bridge yesterday, but they were totally cool and understood that I'm super excited to be taping my third and craziest by far comedy special Friday. Oh man, it's actually a pretty cool the photo sequence that he has of him jumping off the bridge with a British umbrella, Mary Poppins style.
It is. The photography is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, you see each one of him here. That's terrific. Let me see if I can. I wonder if I can. No, I don't know if I'll be able to save that image on here. That's yeah. It's amazing that he's still that he still has the fame that he does now. And
It
meanwhile,
is. It's because he's been at it a long time.
yeah. And who Johnny
He might be
Knoxville?
old and sore.
Johnny Knoxville now looks like your great aunt. Have you seen photos of him recently?
No, I have not.
Let me see if I can. I'll see if I can pull it up. If anybody knows what I'm talking, Steve-O is coming to town to do. Okay, he's coming to town. I didn't know. Does he do stand up?
Oh,
Or does he
see?
just-
So maybe he's transitioning.
Or does he just talk about the crazy things that he does? Christian Mauder says that he's coming to the Stranahan Theater for stand up.
I think I did see that.
And he. Let's see. Let me see. Yes. Is it? That's going to be okay. All right, I gotta. Is this Stay in the Truck?
It is.
I was talking about the song Stay in the Truck. What if it was that she had come home and he had eaten her leftover chicken wings, and she was so mad that she, in a rage, like tore her blouse and like hit her, and then she comes out and the guy pulls up in the truck and he's like, and he goes in and shoots the guy. Doesn't
You're
ask any.
taking something powerful and serious, and making light of it.
But he doesn't ask any questions. He doesn't know the situation. This vigilante justice.
That's right. What sounds
Cynthia Waite says, thanks for the advice. I'm getting my tickets for Luke Bryan. See you at the Bay. Yes. See you at the Bay, Cynthia. Good for you.
And look for the Margarita Conga line. Be ready to join it.
Get ready, even if it's a solo conga line.
Oh, come on.
Even if Lynn's doing her own conga line.
You and your wife wouldn't leave me hanging.
Not at all.
Nuh-uh.
Not at all. Especially
I met
my
her.
wife.
She'd be
Especially
right
my
there
wife. She
behind me.
would. She do you remember when you first met her? It would have been 2 years ago, 3 years ago on opening day, I think. 2 years ago on opening day. I came up to talk to you, and you were doing a live broadcast, I think in front of Tony Pacos.
Yeah.
And she was standing off with a couple friends. I think it was 2 years ago. And I said, come on over here. And it was like you had this sphere of like this bubble that as soon as she got into it, she immediately fangirled out and was
Oh my
turned
God.
into this. I listen to
cute.
you all the time.
She's just so sweet. I mean,
I love her so much. Her apparently I talk about her a lot.
which is good. That's healthy
yeah,
and you
yeah.
should.
But I forget what this was, but somebody that she works with said he would never be able to have an affair because he wouldn't be able to stop talking about you. Apparently I talk about her a
That's
lot.
funny.
Well, she's worth talking about. So, okay, let me pull this up onto here. Let me pull this into this is, we're going to have a little contest here now. We were talking about Steve-O coming to the, Stranahan
Mhm.
Theater, talking about, of course, he became famous on the television series Jackass, which if you're living under a rock or in a cave somewhere and don't know what that show is, that show was a bunch of grown man children,
That's well put. Yeah.
man children, doing extreme things.
Stupid things.
Yeah.
Extremely stupid.
Extremely
things.
stupid
Yeah.
things. Oh, some of them were just, yeah. And they would, oh my gosh, I can't imagine how some of them are still alive at this point.
I agree.
But I'm playing so we're gonna play a little we're gonna have a little contest right now.
How about we do it in about 60 seconds? Because I'm going to go live in 30.
Okay.
Okay.
Stay tuned because it's gonna be, I'm gonna show you a picture. You've got to identify, is it Johnny Knoxville or Jamie Lee Curtis? Let me know.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I'll put up the picture. I'll put up the picture here after we go live. but you've got to identify: is it Johnny Knoxville or Jamie Lee Curtis? They're almost it's indistinguishable now. They almost look identical.
You're kidding.
No, I'm
Jamie
serious.
Lee Curtis.
From a distance, you tell me.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
10 seconds.
It's Johnny Knoxville.
Is it really?
K100, Toledo's country music station for more than 40 years. Cannot wait to hear those two live on stage at the Huntington Center. September 15th, going to be an incredible night. Lynn and Marco is off. It is a feel-good Facebook Live Friday. Pat McCarty from The Guy in the 419 has been here in studio with us. He will be for the next hour or so. We'll get into a music sweep in just a few, and we'll do it with Text What's Next. So your choice of what gets it underway. We're going to give you a choice today of 2 female-oriented songs. Yeah, I love this. Down in Mississippi and Up to No Good, Sugarland, or Gretchen Wilson's Redneck Women. So really both great Friday fun songs. You're going to choose which one you hear. Either Jennifer Nettles' voice is what you want to hear, and we'll do the Sugarland Down in Mississippi, or Gretchen Wilson, Redneck Woman. You pick it, we'll play it. Text What's Next. It's sponsored by the fine folks at Super Fitness.
All right, you guys get to vote on the Facebook Friday Live as well. Do you want Gretchen Wilson or Jennifer Nettles? I know who I'd pick.
Who?
Who would you think?
Who would?
If I had to choose between Jennifer Nettles or Gretchen Wilson?
Their songs or them as women? I'm guessing
Both.
Jennifer Nettles.
Jennifer Nettles, 100%. She's gorgeous. And I love her voice, too.
I do too.
I love
She's
her
so
voice.
talented. She's such a great actress as well.
Is she an actress?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Broadway. She's done. She was in the Harriet Tubman movie. She's
Oh, really?
also in Dolly Parton's biographies for the films. Yeah, she's talented. Really
Wow.
talented.
All right. AJ says, we've got 3 already for Redneck Woman.
Okay, Gretchen.
Redneck Woman, or what is it? What Jennifer-
Down in Mississippi.
Down in Mississippi. So what do you want to hear? Put it in the comment section. It's you vote. You decide between the 2.
Let's see what's going on the text line.
And while we wait, we have another contest coming up. You have to, I'm going to throw up a picture here. You've got to identify for me. Now look at it at a distance. You have to identify for me, is this Johnny Knoxville or Jamie Lee Curtis? There it is. What do you think, Lynn?
I'm counting votes. I'm so sorry.
All right. It is Johnny Knoxville or, yeah, that's Johnny Knoxville. But they're almost, no, AJ, sorry, that's not Jamie Lee Curtis. Although it does look like Jamie Lee Curtis when she does the yogurt commercials, right? I hope that's not going to be her legacy. The yogurt. You know what yogurt I'm talking about. Jamie Lee Curtis and Johnny Knoxville could very well be the same person at this point. There you have it. Good for Johnny Knoxville. All right. So what do we have? What are we deciding on here? We've got.
This is pretty neck and neck.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a single person for Sugarland
Really? We got
right now.
4, 5. Doghouse Rob wants to hear asses and elbows. Me too. I love it. That's from Down in Mississippi. Sugarland. Down in Mississippi. Redneck Women. Both are great. Cast a vote for both.
Nope. Can't do that.
I can if it's a tie. We play them both if it's a tie.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. And we're playing them both if it's a tie.
You're playing them both? Is it a tie?
It's a tie.
All right. Yeah, Jennifer Nettles. Love Jennifer Nettles.
She's fantastic.
She's great.
Have you ever seen her live?
No. Oh, yes, we did. Yes, we saw her at the Huntington Center a few years back.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right, texting what's next. It's brought to you by Super Fitness. We put it into your hands what we play next. And your choice today, Gretchen Wilson's Redneck Woman or Sugarland Down in Mississippi. Up to no good. Well, we're counting them on the text line. And since it's a Friday Facebook Live day, we're also counting those who come in on the Facebook page. And it looks like we got us a tie. All right, Pat McCarty, you get to hear your Sugarland.
No.
And yep.
I want her to be my sugar mama.
Brenda, you get to hear Redneck Woman because when it's a tie, we do them both. Here you go. K100. Thanks for weighing in.
Yes, we did. We saw Sugarland back. Oh gosh. This had to have been, I want to say 2011.
I had tickets to that show. I sold them because I couldn't go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was 2011 when they were here at the Huntington Center. Gosh, that was already 12 years ago. Great thing about Facebook Friday Live is you get to see Lynn dancing in the studio. The best parts, one of the best parts of my job is Lynn Casey. Look at this.
Best job in the world right here in this studio. Oh, I'm going to see a crazy concert this week or next week.
What concert are you going to see?
Donny Osmond.
Oh,
Live at the Fox Theater.
You love Donny Osmond. You are.
Donald Clark.
I think you've talked about him every time I've been in here. You've brought up his name at least once.
You know why? I was so tickled that my daughters would try to find a gift so special that it would,
Yeah.
That they
And
brought
are you going with them?
No, they do not want to go.
They don't want.
Tickets are all yours, Mom. You
That's-
fill that extra sheet however you want, just not with either of us.
Oh, that's funny. I can't believe I bet they'd have a good time. I bet if they went, they'd have a.
I think they would, but
What does he sing now? Is he going to sing Puppy Love?
I think he still does Puppy Love.
Does he
and
do-
goes back to Soldier of Love when
Wow.
he tried to transform into an adult.
Now, were
I
you
was saying don't perform. Wait, I got to be careful how I word that.
were you a fan when he was? I mean, when he was a kid. He's basically like the Justin Bieber
Oh yeah,
of your generation, right?
David
yeah.
Cassidy and Donny Osmond. It was the two. And I actually thought I might call up to the Fox Theater and see if there's any media access to him, because I had opportunity to meet David Cassidy. There was used to do a radio seminar that they would attend called the Midwest Conclave, and it was always in Minneapolis every summer. And they'd have celebrities that were there, so you'd get to meet them. And David Cassidy was there one year, and I was just shaking in my shoes, and I actually got to meet him. It was so exciting and thrilling. And I was one of those basic, people who does exactly to him what everybody did. Oh, I was so in love. I'm sure he's just like, oh my God, here we go again.
What my wife was to you when she first met you. Yeah, that's.
But it was. But so I thought it would be pretty amazing to say I actually got to meet David Cassidy, who was on this wall of my bedroom, and Donny Osmond.
Lynn, you are the morning host of
on
the number
this
one
wall
radio
of
station in
this.
Toledo. I think that you have press passes at your disposal, don't you? Can't you just use that and say I'm?
Well, that's why I thought I asked if there's media access, but there's not for every show, so it's just like
Sure.
Yeah.
But you could try. I would
I think I'm
definitely.
going
Oh,
to,
I would
because
definitely try.
I would be really tickled to think I got to meet both of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would meet Donny Osmond. I think he's pretty awesome.
Well, he's really interesting when you think about it. I mean, they just for where his roots are at, the kind of family he grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
All of them so talented and the Mormon background and so family connected, and his parents building that family and have special needs siblings, which have
Right.
put a whole twist on them, and handling fame, and
I don't think that there's a lot of people that know his story very well.
yeah,
I think there should be a movie about him.
there probably should be.
I truly do think so. I really,
agree.
they have all these biopics.
Yeah.
They did one for Queen. They did one for
Yeah.
Elton John.
Yeah, it's really been a trend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Weird Al. That was my favorite one. Did you
Okay.
see that one?
I didn't. I was intrigued by the, trailer.
By
but
the
I didn't
absolutely terrific.
really.
I mean, you watch it and it's
Who
like
was the star? Because I was intrigued by who they got to play.
Daniel
the role.
Radcliffe,
That's right.
Harry Potter.
That's right.
Which he was saying in an interview that surely they could have gotten somebody that looked a little more like Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
And then he read the first page of the script and realized, oh, okay, it's not a real biopic. It's a Weird Al biopic. So it's exactly what you would expect if you're. I was a huge fan of Weird Al growing up. So this was everything that you would expect it to be
Wow.
of a Weird Al biopic. All right, we are actually switching gears here, moving over to our 9:00 sponsor, our Midwest Liquidation. Nick and Shelly Miko are the owners. They started this company back during COVID, just grabbing some pallets and selling the stuff out of their garage. And were so successful, had such a great business plan with it that they grew and grew and then eventually moved into the space that they are now. And just they've got one side is the warehouse where they bring everything in and they bring it out to the showroom. So you can go onto their website, which, midwestliquidation.com. You can check out all the stuff that they have in inventory. But the best thing to do is to stop out there and go see their showroom for yourself. It's
I want to do that.
7944. You know when is a great time to do it? Tomorrow.
Why?
Because they're having an additional 40% off everything. So,
well, what time tomorrow? When are they open?
10 a.m. is when they open, or 9.
I'll be here
9 or
until
10.
10. I could head
Yep.
right from here.
And then and they're open till 4, I believe. And Shelly is going to correct me because I could be totally wrong on that. So, Shelly, if you're still watching, make sure you correct me if I'm wrong on your hours there. But so everything already is, and they've got tons of patio furniture that's out right now, and they're looking to get rid of it all. So because they're bringing in appliances. That's the next big thing. Refrigerators, washers, dryers, all kinds of stuff. And they need to make room for it. 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
That's what their time is. So they already have, everything's already marked down 40, 50, 60% on all their items, right? So you're already saving a lot of money. Tomorrow from 9 to 2, it's going to be an additional 40% off everything in the store.
So they're just ready to clean it out?
They're ready to clean it out. So if you're looking for patio furniture, they've got a few grills in there. They've got all kinds of stuff. Again, go check out their website because it's all really good stuff. It used to be like things that would come in, maybe the box was broken that it came in. And so the big box stores couldn't sell it because it didn't look pretty, right? So they would get it for a discounted price and then they'd sell it and they'd fix whatever was wrong. Now they're getting all the stuff that the manufacturers would normally ship to the big box stores. Now they're shipping it directly to them. So they're getting all the stuff that's in pristine condition. And, one thing you got to know going in there, prices are firm. There's no bargaining, there's no bartering or, knocking down any further, and all sales are final as well. So, but I have all my patio furniture out of in my backyard. It's all from Midwest.
Nice.
The smoker that I have is from Midwest. We had this nice, big, beautiful table, huge umbrella that I thought I was going to have to take down. Yes, I took down in preparation for all the tornadoes that they said were coming our way.
Did you get anything your end of town?
We had rain. We had a good summer downpour. And that was
We
it.
didn't even get that, really.
Wait, is that right?
Of course, I was inside El Vaquero at the time it was all happening. So I'm really
You
not
were having
sure.
some margaritas. You weren't aware of anything that was going on around you.
Dry when I got home. But my husband was like, I got a text going, do you know what time it is? You have to get up awfully early tomorrow morning.
How late were you there?
And 10:30.
I was going to say, you saw the sunset
he goes,
usually.
you only got 4 hours sleep last night. You're gearing toward that again, right? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I get home and he goes, I was like my dad sitting in the living room. He goes, what do you do for 5 hours at El Vaquero? Oh my God. It was so funny.
Almost a beautiful night. You're sitting on the patio. And what do you do? It's called drink margaritas.
Yeah, and that means you just talk and talk and talk.
Yeah.
With somebody that you love like your sister.
That is wonderful. Do you
fun.
get together with her a lot?
Not often enough.
Okay.
Not often enough. But certainly more than a lot of people do with their siblings.
Sure.
We don't go a week without at least, being in a good conversation on the phone.
Right.
In-person visits.
That's nice.
Every few weeks.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's always because that's your sister, right? It's your
truly
family.
One of my best friends.
That's so wonderful. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that to be able to
And
have
I love that she lives in the old neighborhood too. So whenever I visit, it really feels like going home.
Oh, she lives in the same neighborhood you grew up
Right
in the South End.
Yeah, right around the block.
What street did you grow up on?
Kingsford.
Okay.
So between Beachway and South Detroit.
Okay. Toronto. I think that's where my dad grew up. Was on Toronto.
Okay.
That's down there, right? Somewhere.
That's a little more like Arlington District. I was
Okay.
more Beverly District.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right over there by Beverly. That's okay. I know exactly. I know where that is.
Yeah.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
good
I
old-
think probably the place of prominence that people plate 21. So it's on Rugby. And so it was like right over there.
Okay. there's a place over there called the Smoke and Olive Deli. Have you been over there?
No. Where's that at?
What's that? I think isn't that Rugby? I used to live over by that way. I used to live on Tarkington. You
Okay.
familiar with Tarkington?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
where it is. My Girl Scout troop leader used to live on Tarkin.
So Tarkington and Heather Downs, the corner right there, there's a little yellow house. And I lived there for about 4 years.
As a child, as an adult?
As an adult, I moved back. I moved in with my grandmother when I moved back. So I moved to Chicago for a bit. This is now 20 years ago. Wow. And I moved back from Chicago, and the last thing I wanted to do was move in with my parents. So, and my grandmother was in her mid to late 80s. And so, none of the family really wanted her living there by herself.
Yeah.
So she had an upstairs kind of apartment area, a couple bedrooms up there.
Nice.
So I moved up there, and then it just made her feel safer, made the family feel safer knowing that there was somebody living there, another extra car in the driveway. So it was a good situation. It worked out very nicely. But it was funny. I actually, I met a girl one time, and we were talking, and, we were, saying, well, let's, kind of a your place or mine kind of thing. And I said, well, she goes, don't tell me you live in your parents' basement.
No.
I said, actually, no, I live in my grandma's attic.
Did she believe you at first?
She didn't believe me at first. She thought I was joking, but yeah, it was.
And I imagine she decided no place.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was great. I loved living there. It was, yeah. I miss my grandma. She's a sweet woman. 9 kids. She had 9 kids.
My grandma had 9 kids.
Is that right?
Yeah, my mother's. Yeah, she grew up with 8 brothers and sisters. So
Wow.
9 in their family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 95 years old. Her husband, Pat McCarty, passed at the age of 46.
Wow.
That's why I'm trying to lose weight. And I'm thinking, like, I'm 6 years younger than he was when he died of it. But you know what? Things were so different back then. So I think he had 3 heart attacks. After the first heart attack, he's sitting in the recovery room, and the doctor comes in, pulls out a pack of cigarettes, lights one up, and offers him a cigarette.
Right. Yeah.
They had no idea.
Right.
They had no idea what kind of, what was contributing to the heart attack. Wild, totally different time. But yeah.
The strange thing, and I think this is like so bizarre, and it really hits me hard when I think about it, because you talk about missing your grandma, my grandma, grandpa, my mother, and all of her siblings. Their in-laws, that whole family is gone. That whole
Is that right?
big family is now gone.
Wow.
With the exception of my Aunt Carol, who is the ex-wife. So she was the ex-wife of my Uncle Don. She's like the only one
of that whole group. Hey, we might want to turn the music down a bit.
Okay.
I got a notification on our video from last week that our video is not shown in some countries because I guess you could hear some of the music.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, because I thought we keep it down pretty good, but okay.
But yeah, I don't want to be kicked off. But that's crazy. So the whole, wow. It's interesting when you think about families, you think about like last names. My mom's side of the family, the rights, WRIGHT, their section of rights, that might be coming to an end. I've got some family. I've got cousins that I think that I know that my in-laws, the town's last name, because my father-in-law, his mother only had 2 kids. His brother doesn't have any kids, and my father-in-law had 3 daughters. So their last name of Towns is, that whole section is, the branch is cut.
It's crazy when that happens. So my father was the only son. The last name is Stutz, so he was the only son, and then he had 3 sisters who got married, changing names. So he had all daughters.
Right.
So all of us have different names than what we were born with.
Right.
But his youngest sister, her children, they have her last name. So it was the youngest daughter, his youngest sister, who held on to her last name and gave it to her children. So if it wasn't for that, because she had a son then,
right,
that name would have died. So Jason is going to be carrying on that name thing.
That's a lot of pressure.
It is a
How
lot
old
of
is he?
pressure. He's an adult.
Okay.
He's an adult with a child. So
Okay, good. With a boy child, with a male, or
I'm not sure.
oh, yeah,
I'm not sure, but
got to carry on that name. That's
Yeah.
why I, playing the odds.
mhm.
I have 4. 2 of them are going to carry on. My daughter always reminds me of that because
Yeah.
well, Dad, I'm not going to be a McCarty for stop that. Don't say that. Of course you are.
My husband
You
has
always
a
will be.
cousin who they got married and her husband took her name.
Is that right?
So I guess it doesn't have to be traditional. I mean, you can change it up.
It that can't happen. That can't happen. That has to be. I wonder what was the reason that she just wanted to,
She liked her last name,
and he didn't like his last name.
Aaron O'Shea. So she.
Well, good name like O'Shea.
It
You know,
is.
that's
I
a-
mean, it's like
yeah.
that's why when my daughter was getting married, it's like, oh, you're going to give up your last name.
That's yeah.
It's like I thought you'd hyphenate it at least. She's like,
Right.
Mom, but it's like, okay, all right, fine. But she was tossing around the name Shay for a child, so I guess she'll try to.
You don't want to be Shay O'Shea.
No,
That might be a bit much. That might be a bit much.
But you talk about breaking tradition. This was really an interesting little piece of information I came across when doing the show prep. The U.S. Census Bureau statistics. They always are taking all these different kinds of surveys and this kind of thing, and this is where this information comes from. They took a survey. 40% of young adults believe that marriage is an outdated tradition.
What's the percentage?
40%.
40% believe that marriage is an outdated
tradition.
That's absurd.
So a tradition. They don't even look at it as, like a religious union. They don't look at it as, just a way of life. It's a tradition, like having turkey on Thanksgiving. So instead of having turkey this year, we're going to have this. And it's just kind of like,
no.
Even that, the way they worded it was a little bit shocking to me. But it's kind of crazy. And if you think about it, they say 34% of people, they took it down to the age of 15 and older, have never been married, which is up 23% over the last few years. Considered very young to get married in your teenage years. Apparently, a lot of Gen Z and millennials don't have it in their radar at all.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that are waiting till they're.
Yep.
And unfortunately, what's happening with that is that they're having a hard time finding each other once they get to their 30s and 40s.
We have talked a little bit about this. The other side of that coin, because this is one of the things when my daughter, if you want to live with someone and not get married, and I always suggested to them, if you can afford to live with somebody, you can afford to get married. I never kind of understood that rationalization. And that's part of the survey. It says 73% of this 40% say it's too expensive to get married. Weddings cost too much. You don't have to have a big
lavish wedding.
Exactly. That is not the marriage. That is the ceremony.
Yeah, exactly right.
I don't know. But because of that, there's a big bunch of them who say it's not necessary to have a committed relationship.
You don't have to have the ceremony. You don't have to have all the pomp and circumstance. You don't have to have the 300 guests coming to the. I agree. Yeah. I agree. That is an extremely, extremely expensive thing. But to go down to the marriage.
You're married. Didn't it feel different once you committed to that?
100%.
I agree.
100%.
Say, oh, there's no difference.
No, there is a big difference. There's a big difference.
Too.
And if you don't feel a difference, you explore it a little more within yourselves, because marriage is what is allowed our civilization to thrive.
Right.
It is.
And in part, I think that we're struggle as much as we do as a society now because of the fact that we're not holding fast to those marriages and families.
There's a lot that happens when you're not married, when you're not in a committed relationship. There's no reason for men, especially men. We're designed by nature to be free and easy, right? To go out, show our wild oats, to have as many, go out there and have as many kids. And it's through marriage that we learn to discipline ourselves to say, no, I'm going to be committed to this one person. And not only am I going to be committed to this one person, but I'm going to have responsibility for this one person and all that come from it, including my children. If you don't have that commitment, then you have no commitment to your children. And statistically, what ends up happening when kids grow up without a positive father figure in their life, bad things happen.
Mhm.
And that's a statistical,
Yeah.
poor grades in school, lack of success in life. You have to have both. And you have to have,
But it's even more important that I think that they grow up not sensing that commitment is very important, and not just to other people, but to anything.
right,
And so I think that's where relationships fall apart so often, and it's
Right.
like you're not happy with something that somebody does, you walk away from it. Well, this is who we are, and this is what we created, and we stand by each other. And
Right.
that's what family's about.
it's not
because-
perfect.
right.
It's
No,
not a
it
perfect
happens,
thing, but we work at it.
Yeah.
We make it,
Mhm. And that's
I,
where acceptance comes from, and
Yeah.
that's where your sense of acceptance and
Right.
self-esteem come from. And then you don't have to rely on people on your social media posts to have that, because you've got it here.
right. Yeah, exactly right. So when people, it infiltrates into other parts of our lives, like you were saying. So it could it could affect your career. Well, this isn't what I like to do, so I'm just gonna
Yep.
move on to something else. Oh, this is too tough.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna,
Yeah.
it's rather than be committed to something and work to improve it, you just abandon it. I think that spills over into the country as well. Well, I don't like the way our country's going, so I'm just gonna abandon the, forget the laws, forget the, everything about our country. No, forget the
I'm running that red light just because I want to.
right. I don't love my country because of the way people behaved 200 years ago. That doesn't make sense.
No.
It's not. Nothing in life is going to be perfect. Nothing in our life is going to be perfect. So, but you work at it, and children see that when the parents stay committed to each other and they work at it. Does it always work out? No, unfortunately.
No, and it
Unfortunately, it can't.
No.
But when you, hey, did we give away Chris Jansen tickets?
We gave those away. We did an online contest.
Sorry,
early
Trenton.
This morning that I wasn't aware we were going to do. So if you heard me in the promo say during the show we'd have them, they were given away prior to the show. So I apologize. That last pair were given away prior to the show start.
Oh boy, Shelly and Trenton were both waiting for those.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Waiting those tickets.
You know what? I should go check with the boss and make sure there's not any loose someplace, because sometimes that happens. As a matter of fact, I will go do that.
So,
I'll be
and
right back.
while you're doing that, I got to tell you, there's we have crazy things that happen in life. It's you never know when something from out of the blue is going to completely overtake you. For example, a Florida suburb has been overrun by cute domestic bunnies. So this community in Florida is struggling to deal with around 100 domestic rabbits, which have overrun the town. The problem has been getting increasingly worse since a breeder abandoned her rabbits 2 years ago. Let me tell you about something that happens to rabbits when you abandon them and you let them do what they do. Have you ever heard the expression breed like rabbits? That's what they do. Some people struggle to battle the neighborhood cockroaches, and for others, it might be rats, mice, ticks, and even stray cats. But one place is now dealing with an infestation of cute bunnies. A community in Fort Lauderdale area of Florida has around 100 domestic rabbits on the loose, which have overrun the streets and people's properties. 2 years ago, there was a hobby breeder living in the area, and when she moved, she just left her rabbits in the street. Quite a responsible woman there. They've since multiplied, and the residents have been struggling to get the problem under control ever since. A lot of rabbits have been captured and rescued. A lot have been found dead along the streets. But the numbers are steadily, believe it or not, get this, increasing. Shocking. Because why? They keep having babies. So the locals say they are trying to raise $20,000 to $40,000 to have professionals come in and rescue them. You don't need that. You need apparently only my dog, who is a bunny slayer. But some residents are so fed up with the nuisance and property damage. They are a nuisance. And they're willing to pay a fraction of that to hire a trapping company to come and exterminate them. Get your kids out there with their BB guns. That's how you take care of them. Get a small dog, little Westie or something like that. They love hunting rabbits.
But isn't that crazy? Because they are so cute. It's like if you're not in that community and really experiencing them tearing up your yard or
Right.
that kind of thing, you're being used. You're going, come on, they're just little
Oh,
bunnies. They're
just
not
little
rats.
bunnies. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Live in that. Yeah, live with them for a while and see what they do to your homes and your yards.
They
And
chew wood too under our shed. It's like it's
Oh, sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Very
know-
destructive.
What makes me nervous though, when you come in the front door.
Yeah.
If you go to the side door, I mean, it's a foot from the sidewalk there. There's a good sized hole. It's a groundhog hole.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And I have not run into Mr. Groundhog myself as of yet, but he's obviously very present. And you can tell because I had to hire Frames Pest Control to help me at my grandma and grandpa's house to get rid of a groundhog situation.
Yeah.
And so I know exactly what it looks like, and I know that's exactly what's there. And but I'm very nervous because it's so close to the door and the sidewalk, and in the dark when I'm coming in the morning, I'm going to have a confrontation. So I'm on the boss about trying to make sure that doesn't happen, and they take care of Mr. Groundhog over there. But they seem to be
predict the weather?
everywhere. They are in abundance now. When I was a kid, it seemed like that was a rare thing to see, and now you see them all over the place.
And they're fat little things.
They are
They
fat.
just hobble around.
And they can be very feisty.
Are they?
With the barn where my daughter's horses, there is always one there taking on the little French bulldog. It's like they're both feisty, but
Do you remember the story last week? Trenton Strickland was asking about whether he should, about the family was suggesting they leave a quarter on the grave
yes, I do.
of the young man that passed. So he said he decided to leave a firefighter challenge coin that he had found in his collection, and it had the month and year of this young man passing in his tragic car accident. So
wow.
that's pretty remarkable that it had the month and the year written on that coin. So that's what he decided to leave there. So that's nice, Trenton. That's it's tragedy, right? But I think that's a feel good story right there. I think that's
I agree.
So Trenton, thank you for that. Appreciate that. And good on you, man. Good on you to reach out and ask what other people thought. A lot, I think that was good for you to do. And I'm glad that I wasn't the only one answering, because I would have said, I don't know. But Lynn and Marco, they had some good thoughts on that. So Patricia Wilson says, the big field behind my house, groundhogs decided to live under my shed.
Oh, and they come back
in her well-kept, weedless yard.
Oh.
So she's got this beautiful yard. Those
now she's got
groundhogs.
big mounds of dirt, I'm sure.
Yeah. How did you get rid of the groundhog?
Frames came and caught them, but they were ruining the foundation because they like to be right up against the foundation.
Oh. What company did you say?
Frames.
Frames.
They were
there
very
you go.
nice. They set live traps, and I didn't ask what happened to them after that. But they set live traps and caught them.
That's have you ever had bats in your house?
No, but I know somebody who does up in their garage.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a couple in our house.
And they have lived there for years.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
The bats have?
Mm-hmm.
But it's up in the garage.
People even longer, but
is the garage connected to the house?
No. Well, like by a breezeway sort of
okay.
thing. Mm-hmm.
But they're not like in the house.
No.
So the homeowners are just like, whatever.
Because when she called about getting somebody to take care of them, it was such a high price tag.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
They have little things that you can plug into the wall that are like a sonic radar that kind of pulse out a sound. I can't
remember because the conversation was so long ago now, but apparently if you try to relocate them like with something sonic or with like a bat house or something, or I don't know, they didn't want a bat house up in the neighborhood. She couldn't do that or something. But the sonic thing, they'll just like go to somebody else or somewhere else like close by, but they'll stay, but not your house. Maybe. I don't care if they're in my neighbor's house as long as they're not in my house. I can't remember. But the misgiving and why it's like that was going to be a bad idea, or else they just find another. I'm going to have to talk to her again now that I bring it up and don't know what I'm talking about.
We had one. We had one, and I found it, and I killed it because they're bat guano. They're droppings. That's not good. That's very bad in the house. Yeah. You don't want that. That's toxic.
Yeah.
You don't want that in the house. So
Did you ever go to Mammoth Caves?
No. That's in Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Where in Ohio?
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Mammoth,
it's
attributed to that for a reason. But there was a bat, they were in danger. There was like an illness they were having, so you'd have to like step on these mats to sanitize your feet, your
Interesting.
shoes, before you could go in the caves because the bats were getting sick from something that was being brought in.
Some of those being brought in.
yeah.
Interesting.
You know, but
I didn't want to kill the bat. I don't like killing
anything.
anything. But I, with the exception of moles, I'll kill moles any day.
Oh, that's right.
That's
That's
I
right.
don't
You
care
wanted
about.
to save the bunny, but you didn't care if
I
you
was
thought it was
I
a
was
mole.
I
got
felt
40
horrible when I
seconds.
found out that they were bunnies.
40 seconds.
Um,
We're going to talk about Jeep Fest.
Okay, Christian, thanks, man. Thanks for watching. You have a great weekend as well. Frames, Patricia Wilson. Frames with an F. Frames. So that's what we're talking about. Jeep Fest coming up. Okay.
Luke Bryan, K100, Toledo's country music station. Cannot wait. August 24th, Bash on the Bay date. Pat McCarty, guy in the 419. You're going to be there, right?
Bash on the Bay?
Yeah.
Of course I will.
I
Are you
didn't
kidding me?
think you'd
Absolutely,
miss
I'll be there.
That. Something else fun coming up. I know you're going to be a part of Jeep Fest, August 4th through the 6th. I understand you were actually in the parade.
I'm going to be in the parade.
And
yeah.
kind of up front.
I will be up at the front. I'll be taking somebody, one of our city officials.
All right.
I'm hoping Judge Nicole Corey
Very
would
nice.
be riding with
Yeah,
me.
That would be cool. Watch for the guy in the 419 and the Gladiator.
Yep.
Duck his truck if you see him. And if you are going to be there, you're going to have an opportunity to say hi to us as well. Mark and I are going to be down there, and we are going to be emceeing that parade. So we'll give you special props as you pass by.
There we go.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
That will be fun. It is going to be a ton of fun. That actually happens on the 5th. So Saturday is the date for the parade. Make sure you've got it on your calendar to kick off things. August 4th in Promenade Park, Scotty McCreery. So it's going to be amazing. There's hype bashes leading up to the event. You can get all the details at our website. And if you love Jeep Fest or you're a Jeep enthusiast, a Jeep worker, retiree, and you want to talk about your feelings about it, well, you can also call 419-725-5779. That's our Jeep Fest line, and leave a message about your favorite memories, moment, or what it all means to you, and we'll put you into rotation, get you on the air, and talking about all of that. And if you're thinking about taking the leap in the Jeep, pop in the question during Jeep Fest. You also want to get to our website and find out the details of how J. Foster Jewelers and K100 could help you out with a 2-carat diamond ring. Everything Jeep Fest now at K100country.com. Weather today and for your weekend looking great. It's brought to you by Jim White Toyota. Discover the Jim White Toyota advantage with cars arriving daily. Right car, right price, right now. Beautiful all weekend long. You're talking low humidity, low to mid 80s, right up through Sunday when you could see an isolated shower come through, but not even until later in the day. 70 now at Toledo's K100. Coming up, we've got one from Jordan Davis. We'll get a Dustin Lynch song in there as well. Stick around.
Can't wait for Jeep Fest. Jeep Fest, and then of course Andy Joe Taylor and North of Nashville opening up for Scotty McCreery, which North of Nashville is a group of ladies from different bands. They've all joined together. It's kind of the they're like the Avengers of the band world, the local band scene. But they've
Supergroup, a local supergroup.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I heard them for the first time at Pizza Palooza last year, and I was blown away. I couldn't stop listening. Usually, I'll hear some songs, I'll listen to the band for a little bit, and then it's hot, and I go in and sit back in the green room and chill out for a bit. I couldn't stop watching them.
Wow.
They were just so much fun. So I'm very excited to see them. And then new and upcoming star, Andy Joe Taylor. I'm going to try to get her into the studio either next Friday or the Friday after.
That would be great.
She's got her first single that's out. Her first single. She's just recorded a song, but she's got that out there. So we'll have that all set up for next week or maybe the week after. But she's got a lot of talent. I've heard her sing before, and obviously she's opening up for North of Nashville and then Scotty McCreery. So yeah.
I love it when they attach local talent to these shows. It's
Me
really
too.
Cool.
Me too. Are you a Scotty McCreery fan?
I am.
Yeah.
Had opportunity to spend some time with him when he was here. I don't know how many years ago, 3-4 years ago, when he played Centennial Terrace. Just So nice.
Yeah.
Just so laid back and so nice. Just exactly what you would imagine him to be.
I haven't met him. I'm hoping I'll have the opportunity to meet
Really,
him.
really cool guy. And it's like, and then I'm just listening to him talk on, oh my God, that voice. I don't know
Right.
what point in his life he got to have that register in his voice, but it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like, you just you really listen to him when he speaks.
Yeah. No, that'll be exciting. That's gonna be a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night, August 4th, and then August 5th for the parade.
So much fun. And it's like this summer, from here on out, it is going to fly by because of all of these cool events. The Rib Off is another one I'm looking forward to.
Oh, when is that?
That's the 29th.
That's the
We'll be there for Gabby Barrett Lowcast show. So that's going to be huge too.
Rib Off. I wonder. That's on the 29th.
Yeah, 28th, 29th, and 30th. Right.
I gotta see who's participating in the Rib Off. I know a lot of the food trucks. A lot of times will participate in that, won't they?
My favorite, Smokies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I love, he's so inventive, and if he hasn't patented this or copyrighted it or trademarked it, whatever you do, then he's making a big mistake. Because
Right.
do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I've never had Smokies.
It's wonderful anyway. Joe, I can't think of his wife's name off the top of my head, but it's there. I love the restaurant, and we've always had a great meal in there. So I love it anyway. But when he takes his show on the road, he puts together these cones.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like the cone is made of cornbread. So it's like you've got your whole little pulled pork dinner right there. It's like
wow.
It's like a waffle cone, but it's made of the cornbread.
But it's made of the cornbread.
And then it's like get the barbecue and the coleslaw, and it's like it's amazing, absolutely amazing.
We'll have to let's talk. We'll talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
See if he can bring us in some food on that Friday morning, the
we
29th.
should talk to him about it. He hasn't been in a long time.
Let's get him in.
Yeah, sounds
Friday morning. Let's see if he can. Now, Rib Off is it Friday and Saturday? Or is it Saturday or Sunday?
It is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I
Okay.
think it's always a 3-day event.
Well, let's see if we can bring him in here on Friday morning onto the Facebook Friday Live and see if we can get him to bring us some delicious food. That'd be great.
Generally likes to do that, so we'll work on that one.
I'm gonna be visiting my good friend Ashley Petalas from Infinite Kinetics. She's
such a sweet person. And
she's a witch doctor, is what she is. I don't know how
understand.
she does what she does, but
I've had other people talking her up recently.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't just she finds the source of the pain and she fixes it. So, like for example, I have started running with my kids, with my two oldest.
You mentioned that. I think
Yeah,
that is so
we're-
cool. And you started using the Couch to
The
5K,
Couch to 5K app, but
which is
this
a great app.
past Wednesday, so I noticed it on the previous run, my right calf started seizing up, started like getting really tight by the end of it. And it was okay. I got through it. And then this past Wednesday when we were running, we got through the first 2 runs, but by the time we got to the 3rd run, the pain was so immense. I said, I can't do it. And then stopped, and then we walked back to the house. And then my dad and I always walk on Wednesdays, and we got,
That's great.
we
for
got-
you physically, but you
oh,
also
yeah.
connect with people.
Oh,
as
it's
you're
wonderful.
Doing it. Keep your family
Yeah.
close in so many ways. I love that.
It's wonderful. But we only got about a mile into it, and my leg completely seized up, and I couldn't walk. I mean, I limped home just from walking. So something's going on. I don't know what it is why it's causing that pain or how I can avoid that pain.
But you know who can help?
Ashley
help for
Petalos
ya.
from Infinite Kinetics. She can help me out. She will help me out because she's amazing at what she does. So I'm excited to talk to her and find out what I can do, because I want to run. I need to be able to run. I need to be able to. I got to get trim, Lynn. I got to get that cardio going. I got to get trim.
You just want to be fit.
I want to be fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want to have this big belly anymore.
Mhm.
My son Jack smacks my belly. Like
Oh.
every time he just walks past and gives it a smack. It's like, okay, I know. Thanks, man.
You want
Appreciate
him
it.
doing one of these, right?
He's giving me a,
Ooh.
I want him
Yeah.
to hit the rock,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there it's like I like having a margarita with my sister. I like going to Smokies
Yeah.
and having some pulled pork. I'm never going to give up all those things, and I'm never going to be skinny, because that's part of, I think, enjoyment of life.
Absolutely.
I like getting out the cookbook and putting together a dump cake
Mhm.
and making sure my family all enjoy. I just
Yeah.
those are things that I like, gatherings and doing those things, and food is a big part of our gatherings and bringing
Oh, for
people
sure.
together.
For sure. It's why
And
whenever you have a party, do you notice a lot of people always tend to gather in the kitchen?
It's the best place in the
It's
house,
the
right
meet.
around my
It's
island.
the meeting. Yep, it's the
It
meeting
is
place.
the
It's
place.
where
Yep.
where the food is.
Exactly.
I think it's ingrained in our DNA.
And I think
You
I'm going
know?
to do a podcast about that. I
What's
don't
that?
know. Lynn's Kitchen. I don't know. I'm thinking podcast.
Ooh,
ideas.
Lynn's
I want to
Kitchen.
do something like
What are
that.
you cooking up today?
Just, and a recipe's kind of a side note. What's the big thing is what's going on around the island with the people who are with.
I
you
like
know?
it.
So
I like it.
well, I'm going to have to figure something out about it, but it is. It's the greatest place in the house. There's no question. But because of that, I'm never going to be tiny skinny because I'm going to enjoy those things. I really am, and I know that. But fit.
Fit.
That's
Exactly
I think
right.
that's an
And I think
important
that's
goal.
I was talking about that earlier with
Yeah.
the misconceptions. A lot of times people will think that just because you're really, really skinny means that you're in shape, and that's not true.
No,
That
you
just means
have
you're
a great
skinny.
metabolism.
Right.
Yeah.
Or that, you're if you're slightly overweight, no, it doesn't mean you're not fit,
Mm-mm.
but it you can still, you can still be in great shape. And
As I stand here eating, sorry, I'm really hungry. And I am trying to do a healthy thing with the keto. I love this. This is a Costco find right here. Very good. I got so hungry. I don't know, 2 days ago. Marco always has food in our office. And he had a bag of, they were like cashew clusters with pumpkin seeds, and I can't remember what else was in it. They were so good. I ate more than one or two. And then the next day, I had a few more. I go, dang, now I have to replace those because I've been eating them. So I had to go to Costco yesterday and find them and replace the cashew clusters.
He's gonna come back and they're all gonna be gone.
He's going to have a brand new bag. He's never even going to know. Unless you tell him.
No, of course not.
I left the eaten into ones and a brand new bag. So
Got a message from Rolly Tanetta.
yeah.
Well, Rolly, I will tell you, there are people that care. So don't single mom of two. So don't. She says it sounds like she's in a bad time right now.
Oh no.
But I will tell you right now, there are definitely people that care. So don't give up. Know that you are probably the most important person in those two kids' life.
And here's something else. It's like you feel like you can't keep going. And I have had tragedy and drama and trauma. I didn't know that I could survive. I didn't know if my family was strong enough to survive. Don't look at too big a picture all at once.
Right.
Break it down, segregate it, and a minute at a time. I mean, if that's even all you can handle right now, a minute at a time, and then take an hour at a time, and then take a day at a time. But baby steps, and do not look at your big picture yet, because sometimes it's scary and it's overwhelming. Right here and now. Right here and now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. And time,
absolutely.
Even when you think time can't possibly help, it's crazy how it does. And hard prayers, you're going to get those from both of us.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. So don't give up. There are definitely people that care. And it does. I mean, when you're absolutely right. When you're looking at the big picture of things, it can be overwhelming. You just think, oh my God, this is too much.
Yeah. You just think I can't do it. And and it's like, you don't have to do it all right here now.
Yep.
Baby steps and a breath and, one thing at a time.
Yep. There are people that care, and there are people that love you. So don't give up. But thanks for writing that. I appreciate you writing that. That was just Shelly Parkhurst responded to the young lady that is having a hard time being a single mom. If you need to talk, please reach out. And I'm always, see, look at that. See, there you go.
Yep.
A nice person, Shelly.
And there's so many people who can relate with it.
Right. I think that's one of the things is when things are bad, you almost feel like you're alone. Mm-hmm. You feel like nobody else feels what I feel. That's like, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
When you're driving down the road, you have no idea what that person next to you what
And
their life,
right
what's going
now,
on in their life.
everything is so expensive. And if you are a single mom and you're trying to do right by your kids and you're just trying to put groceries on the table, I mean,
Mhm.
it is scary. And you probably do feel defeated and you're swimming upstream. But there are a lot of agencies and services that can
Mhm.
help too, and support groups.
I would look at the churches in your area. If you're not going to a church, look at because a lot of times the churches will have different
True.
events, and a lot of
Mhm.
times there'll be free events. And
Yep.
if you're looking for something to take your kids to, but
Yeah.
it's also that's a great place to meet some wonderful people.
Yeah, and a lot of those people, it's like we've got a great church, Corner Star in Plymouth, Memorial United Church of Christ, and
Mm-hmm.
and they do a lot of local outreach
Sure.
and into their neighborhoods. And I think a lot of like parishes and congregations have not been able to hold it together because of current times and
Right.
COVID and a lot of things. And they have gotten smaller, but they've almost gotten more connectivity into their actual neighborhoods.
Yeah, I know Sylvania First United Methodist does a lot of community outreach. My in-laws are members out there, and they I think it's a tremendous group. We don't go to that when we go to a different church, but
And I really think that's a good suggestion, Pat, because I don't think you're going to walk into it and not find somebody who's going to say, you know what, we're going to find a way to help ease this, help you find help.
and I think
I'm going to go live in 30 seconds.
okay, and be open. I think that's one of the most important things, and I think that was a
Very
brave thing to do
tricky.
to comment it here, which is to reach out and just say, I need help. Don't just say it to other people though. Say it to God, right? I need help. I can't do this on my own. I'll tell my story some other time. But
Small town boy Dustin Lynch on Toledo's country music station K100. Lynn and Marco out all week long. He should be back on Monday. Just hoping he hasn't had too much fun and forgets about me. But I guarantee if he does, I'm going to chase him down. We'll bring him back by Tuesday. It's a feel good Facebook Friday, and we are live on Facebook, so you can listen to the show and you can watch a Pat McCarty guy in the 419. He's right here with me, and it's been just such a great morning. Thank you so much.
it's flown by. I can't believe it's almost the 10 o'clock hour now.
I do this every day. I go, how did it get to be, 9:35 already? And yet it is. We talked a little bit a while ago about Jeep Fest, and we were talking also about the fact that K100 has teamed up with J. Foster Jewelers to help you pop the question on the parade route during Jeep Fest if this is something that you'd like to do. Take the leap in a Jeep, and had a couple people wanting to know how they could do it. Well, you could do it with a 2-carat solitaire style round cut diamond ring set in white gold from J. Foster. All you have to do is tell us your story, why you want to take that leap in a Jeep, and send it to us there at k100country.com. So find the information there, get registered to win there, and find out everything else about Jeep Fest too right there at our website. We have got some more great music coming before the top of the hour. We'll get suggested Carly Pearson, her brand new one with Chris Stapleton. That in front of the world premiere of his first single is up next on K100.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell this, Rolly. I'm gonna tell you my story. So, good morning, Fulton Mraz. Good morning. Today is my 24th birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
And so I don't interrupt that story, I'm gotta do a DeRocher spot.
Oh,
Get this out of the way.
Okay. All right, you do that. I love DeRozier's.
Oh, and if you need something under that roof in the way of an appliance, you need DeRochers. These guys are absolutely amazing. I love DeRochers, family owned and operated since 1951. You go in that store, you go into a warehouse, it's really kind of funny. You might run into Chris DeRocher. As a matter of fact, they had needed help delivering one day. He's there doing it. That's because families pull together and they're experts at what they do. He's hired a team of people who know everything about appliances. Kevin, the manager over there at the Sylvania store, he loves appliances and he knows everything about them, and all the team trained, they're seasoned, and they're going to answer all of your questions for you. They're going to help find something that is perfect for you, for your household, for your needs. And the really cool thing is when you have something that fits your needs, odds are it's going to last longer. You're not going to be complaining about your appliances and how they don't build them like they used to. KitchenAid, Maytag, same Samsung, LG, they've got them all, and premier appliances you don't find anyplace else, like Fisher and Paykel, Milano, Sub-Zero, Wolf, and you can get your hands on equipment before you even take it home. home. Standardized to custom to unique, like pizza ovens. You're going to find it all under one roof at DeRocher's. 5555 Monroe Street in Sylvania, or 222 South Monroe up in Monroe. Or you can even shop online easily at DeRochersOnline.com. I do love that store, and I do love those people.
They're great people.
They are wonderful
I
people.
love DeRochers. So I had so this is just for Rolly Sonetta here. So this would have been back in 2004. I had I'd grown up Catholic my whole life, but I had a falling out with the church and with God, and I just said, you know what, I'm on my own. I'm going to make my own decisions. I'm going to do my own thing. And that put me on this downward spiral. I didn't even realize I was spiraling downward until I hit what I consider to be rock bottom. And in 2007, I went back to school at UT, and I was a communications. I didn't even know what I was doing. But by the end of that semester, towards the end of that semester, I was failing out. I had a 1.9 in GPA. I was on academic probation. My friends were moved out of town or moving on with their lives. I was in and I didn't have a steady job, no good relationship, in and out of meaningless relationships. It was bad. I mean, it was absolute rock bottom for me. And, I finally joined the Catholic Student Association over at the University of Toledo. We were on a retreat, and after that, down in Hocking Hills, and after that retreat, I went home, and I'm laying in bed thinking about the past 4 years of my life and where it all started spiraling down. And I realized it was from that decision. So I threw my hands up and I said, I give up. I give up. You lead me where you want me to go. I'm done fighting you. I'm talking to God at this point. I said, I'm done fighting you. You lead me where I'll move my feet, but I'm going to let you, with that Jesus take the wheel, that song. But I just turned it all over to God. And within 3 months, I was in school. I was back in school. I could only take one class, but I started making friends within the Catholic Student Association. I was back in school, and I aced the class that I took, was put back. I was able to get financial aid because I wasn't able to get that before being on academic probation. And within that 3 months, I also started dating the woman that I'm now married to. I graduated 2.5 years later with a 3.0. It was everything in my life turned around. It was like this huge weight was lifted off my shoulder. So, I think that's one of the, when you're feeling, when things feels like they're closing in, you just kind of feel like you're sinking. You got to you got to give it over. There's a higher power out there, whatever you want to call that higher power. I call it God, but that's more powerful than us. And that's the story I'll give you. That's what turned my life around. And I would not be where I am today if not for that. So
Hope.
That's my story.
But you get to a point where you can, run on empty for so long, and you get to a point where you are hopeless, and that is not where you want to be.
Right.
Don't stay there.
Right. There's always, give it up. Give it up to God. That's my answer. Yeah. That's my solution right there. Reach out. And as Trenton said, don't stop. Trenton said, don't stop seeking help until you find it. There are people out there. So Rolly, I'm glad you shared that. I think there's probably people out there that maybe need to hear that didn't have the bravery to reach out and ask. All right. I'm getting ready for the joke.
Okay.
Are we?
Well, here's how we're proceeding. So we've got 2 spots. We're going to play the Carly Pierce, the Stapleton song, which is absolutely a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I am predicting music event of the year at the CMAs for this one. But if you're in a sad place, maybe you don't want to hear it because it's kind of a heart wrencher. It's definitely a heart wrencher. So we're going to get to that. Then we'll get into the next stop set, of which there is a live day John Frankel. I'm going to have to talk about Dr. Frankel. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4.5 minutes of spots. 5, 6, 7, 10:01. I'll be close to on time. Those spots have to be in before.
Did we
10.
just fall behind? What happened?
Chatty Cathy over here, I guess. I don't know.
Is it me?
No.
Am I talking too much? You know, you can tell me to stop talking at any point. You'd say, Pat, there are things that we have to get
well,
done.
It'll be on time. I dropped a couple songs, which people listening might not be happy about, but we had to. Got to get it on time. Johnny's in at 10 o'clock, and he likes to be in at 10. He's going to be in at 10:01.
He's gonna be pushing us out.
Yeah.
All right.
But so that's the game plan. So we will keep it run a real tight ship before here. So we are in the song now. We've got 2 minutes 30 seconds,
All right.
and we will hit last laugh of the day.
Well, once again, in that time, I want to tell you guys to go out to Midwest Liquidation this Saturday. If you're going to go out there, if you need patio furniture, this Saturday is when you want to do it because they are additional. They're already 40, 50% off normally. This Saturday from 9 to 2, an additional 40% off everything in the store. So they're located at 7944 West Central Avenue. Stop in there. They're 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's got to go because they got to make room for all the new amazing appliances that they have out. That they washing machines, dryers, refrigerators, just you name it, they're gonna have it. Everything but the kitchen sink. No, wait, they will probably have kitchen sinks there too. So if you're looking to do remodels and then your bathroom or kitchen, anything like that, you definitely want to check out Midwest Liquidation. And I want to give a big shout out, big thanks to everybody that has commented here on the. We've got like quite a few comments here from people. Over 121 comments
That's awesome.
during our live feed today. So thank you to everybody for watching, for tuning in, for letting us know where you're listening from. We love hearing from you. And it's a thrill. I love doing this, Lynn.
I'm
I love
so glad.
and
I'm so glad.
next week we're gonna have intros for all of our little segments.
And hopefully Smokey's barbecue.
Let's
Joe,
hope.
if you're watching or listening.
What's his name?
Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And I know his last name but it's been too long since I've
All
talked
right.
to him.
And you're gonna reach out to Joe?
I will.
Okay. See if you'll Friday, but it's gotta be Friday morning. I'm gonna be upset if you do it.
He's probably
and I'm not here.
to hear from me coming up on Ribfest.
Yeah. Now this is the one that's out at Lucas County Rec Center, right?
Mm-hmm.
That used to be downtown. Used to be down at Promenade Park, didn't it? When
it started out, yeah, that's
Rib
a long
Fest
ways
was
to
down
go.
there, right?
Okay, going live in 20. Oh, brand new music from Carly Pierce featuring Chris Stapleton. Absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous song. I am predicting music event of the year when it comes to CMA Fest Awards for that one. It's incredible. She was humbled a little bit. She was in flight when the CMA special aired on ABC and she was watching it on her laptop and she was showing it to like the airline attendants or something. They had no idea when she was looking at her performance that it was her in the seat. They didn't know who she was. So she said, Southwest keeping her humble. Always important, I guess. Lynn and Marco off. He should be back on Monday. Looking forward to that. Pat McCarty, guy in the 419, joining me today for a feel-good Facebook Live Friday. It's been so much fun having you again this week. We do it each and every week, and I'm going to count on you for next Friday, right?
Absolutely. I'll be here.
Perfect.
Oh, of course.
Perfect.
We got some big plans for next Friday.
We do.
Big plans. You don't want to miss it.
But I'm afraid that jackpot probably going to be less than because I'm planning on giving away before you come back.
Is that right?
Friday.
Well, I hope so.
Hopefully
I hope
on
somebody gets it. I would
Monday.
love to be here though when that happens. I want to experience what that's like.
$1,120 a possibility, 8:30 Monday morning. In the meantime, Chris Jansen tonight at Promenade Park. Looking forward to seeing you all there. It's going to be an incredible show. So if you can, make sure you get down there. Weather is going to be absolutely gorgeous for this event. But before we get out of here and turn it all over to Johnny D, I leave it up to the guy in the 419 to help us out with last laugh of the day. Your last laugh of the day is sponsored by J. Foster Jewelers. All right, Pat, thanks for helping me out with this. What you got?
Oh, I love the different clothes that I have, but this camouflage jacket that I bought, I got to take it back.
Why's that?
I just can't see myself wearing it.
Have Have a beautiful day. Thanks again for joining us. This is K100.
Wah, wah, wah. All right. That brings us to the end of the Facebook Friday Live. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate it. We got a lot more coming up. I'm working on some graphics and some intros and all the stuff. So I'm excited to see how that's all going to turn out. Tune in next week. Hopefully have some food, maybe even some live entertainment in the studio. We'll see.
Look
All
forward
right.
to hanging out again.
Thanks, guys.